To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
We wake up with the sun. We live in a place we're proud to call home. For us, it's knowing that those we help are neighbors, friends, family. As the leader in providing the best orthopedic care for our community, we come together to do our part.
Lock it up at Hoffman Ford. Only Hoffman Ford offers 2 years maintenance included with any new 2023 Ford car, truck, or SUV order. Plus, lock in Ford's lowest APR rate today. Get 2 years maintenance included exclusively at Hoffman Ford. Why would you order from anywhere else? Who has your best deal on a new Ford?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
And welcome back to the pregame show here for the High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week here on Fox 43.2. You know, coaches have an awful lot to do during the course of the season. We got 2 good ones here tonight, and Brett Ickes and also Glenn McNamee. Brett Ickes of Carlisle, Glenn McNamee, and they're shaking hands right there, as you can see, getting ready for this big one tonight. Glenn McNamee with Central Dauphin, the very, very successful coach there. These 2 coaches are going to be getting it on tonight, but we wanted to shine our spotlight on both of them tonight and get a chance for you to meet them as we put out our spotlight right here on Fox 43. What is the hope for your team this year, and tell us about a few goals you have for them in the 2022 season?
Coming off a 7-4 record, last year making the playoffs, last year 6A. Obviously, we have goals of doing better in 7-4 and making the playoffs and going deep into the playoffs.
Talk about this matchup and what your team will need to do in order to have success.
I think it'll be a great matchup. Central Dauphin's physical. They're tough every year. Last year they beat us with 3 seconds left with a field goal. You know, that was hard to swallow. So last year, but you know, it's always going to be a good game with Central Dauphin, and we are definitely ready for the challenge.
Talk about the job as a high school coach and what your main goals are when working with high school players.
You know, at least I never got into this job looking at wins and losses. You know, just trying to mentor these young men and turning them into fathers, to good workers someday, and just being positive people in the community. That's the best part about it. You know, I've had plenty of kids that I've coached over 29 years of coaching that have come back and been coaches themselves. It's great to hear that, you know, their kids are coming up through the programs now, and you know, that's what it's all about. It ain't about wins and losses. Yeah, everybody loves to win. I hate losing personally, but at the end of the day, you have high school sports are meant for just mentoring and teaching kids.
Tell our viewers about a coach you always looked up to and 1 to 2 things you learned from them that has inspired your coaching career.
One of the coaches that definitely made a great impact on me was my college linebacker coach. This guy's name is Bob Buriak. He was a head coach at Du Bois. He went to Clarion University. When I first met him, I knew that that's where I was going to go to college at, and because he was very caring man. He talked to you basically in real language. He did not BS in any part of his life. He was a good father. I know his sons. My first game as a head coach in 2006, he was there, surprised me. Yeah, he had such a great demeanor, taught me to have compassion for my kids, and to understand that, yeah, football is a great game and it's meant to, you want to win, but again, it's one of those things where you want to teach young boys to be men, and you know, that's one of those things that definitely has stuck with me in being a coach, and he's one of the reasons why I am a coach today.
What is the hope for your team this year? And tell us about a few goals you have for them in the 2022 season.
Really proud of these guys for what they did in this off season, which has been last 7 or 8 months. And my greatest hope is that they're able to take that and apply it to the season. Whenever you put in that kind of work and those kind of improvements and gains are made, it's really a shame if you don't get to see the fruits of that on the field. They really do deserve to see that as long as they continue on this path.
Talk about this matchup and what your team will need to do in order to have success.
An incredible finish last year. We were very fortunate to come back and kick a game-winning field goal in the end. They have almost their entire roster back. They lost very few players, not just starters, they lost very few players from last year's team, which was already very talented. So they're going to have an outstanding football team in 2022. This is going to be one of our biggest challenges of the entire season.
Talk about the job as a high school coach and what your main goals are when working with high school players.
The mission of our program at Central Dauphin is to win, but in a very specific way, by developing players into the best people, the best students, and the best players that they can be. It's all about reaching potential. Every player has their own potential, whether it's as a student, a player. We want to be agents that help them to reach that potential, whatever it is. So it not only helps them at Central Dauphin, but in their lives outside of football and beyond graduation.
Tell our viewers about a coach you always looked up to and 1 to 2 things you learned from them that has inspired your coaching career.
This is a tough question because I imagine I'm one of the luckiest coaches when it comes to the people that have been in my life and the people I've been exposed to and had a chance to play for, coach with, coach for. One name that definitely jumps out is my head coach in college, Coach Hale, Bloomsburg University, who had a great career there, and the list of things that I've learned from him as a person, as a coach, probably too long to mention.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at Giambavo.com.
We wake up with the sun. We live in a place we're proud to call home. For us, it's knowing that those we help are neighbors, friends, family. As the leader in providing the best orthopedic care for our community, we come together to do our part.
across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customer. Students, begin your professional journey in a high-demand field with Groff Tractor. Contact us today to discover the power of our technician internship programs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your number one source for everything under construction.
Welcome back to our pregame show for the High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week. Gary Sutton with you, the coach for Chapman. And it's Central Dauphin and Carlisle here tonight. As we said, Central Dauphin 1-4 coming in this one, 1-1 in the Commonwealth. On the other side, we've got a Carlisle team 3-2, but 1-1 also in the Commonwealth. So a big game here tonight for. Let's talk a little bit about this Central Dauphin Ram team first. This is a team that's been used to success for a number of years. You know about that. You helped to coach with them for a long time. But by the same token, it's a team right now that is trying to find a little bit of identity. They had a quarterback go down early in the season, and that certainly was a big part of this whole scene so far.
Yeah, going down the middle of week 3, losing your signal caller. He was a junior, tough athlete. And now, since then, coming back in league play after going 0-3 outside the league, as we mentioned, 3 very good football teams. Going up against Chambersburg and getting a W was big. And then State College played a decent football game. State College is a very good football team. It was an away game, and 1-1 right now in the league. And I'm expecting Central Dauphin to bring a lot to this football game on the road at Carlisle.
You got the guy that stepped in there, Travis Lynn, doing the job of quarterback, trying to manage right now, working his way through it. But anytime you're stepping in for the starting quarterback early in the season, yeah, it's tough. But they've got 2 kids in the backfield, Devin Shepard and David Chase. We're going to be focusing a lot on them tonight. Really good running backs.
Absolutely. Number 2 and number 3, Chase, number 3, number 2, Shepard. Both of them are going to see the ball from the running back position, going in motion, getting the football on some jet sweeps, and also catching the ball. And a couple other guys at the receiver core that could do a nice job for the Rams. But Travis Lynn, the key here for the Rams is for him to allow Central Dauphin to be versatile through the air and with the run. Doesn't have to do a whole lot with through the air, but manage the game, no turnovers, and keep the chains going with some pass completions.
What are the big things that Central Dauphin has to do tonight as a team here? They've been trying to find themselves. As you said, they've played some really good games so far, just been on the short end so far. A good game with State College last week, just couldn't score enough points. What are you looking for here tonight? Maybe a little bit different wrinkle.
From the defensive side, Sean Rossler's defense and Paul Lynn's defense, they can't give up big plays and easy scores and quick scores. On the other side, they got to be able to run the football, get that running game, chew the clock, get some first downs, and keep that Carlisle explosive offense on the bench.
On the other side, you've got a Carlisle team that has an outstanding quarterback. He's a good runner. He's a very good passer. Lewis Shank is the guy who is getting it done for this team, and he's got 4 touchdowns himself so far this season. But he is an outstanding runner. But he's got a couple guys he likes to pass to, Carson Swartz and Ezekiel Thomas. Both those guys have 11 and 8 catches respectively and 2 touchdowns for Swartz. These are guys that like to get it done through the air.
Absolutely. And when you watch Carlisle play, they mix up the run and the pass pretty decently. They have some athletes. They make big plays. And the one thing we got to talk about, and we'll get to it later in the telecast, the special teams. Who's going to win or lose the special teams battle? That could end up determining this football game.
They got a running back you're watching right there, Jeremiah Hargrove. This kid can really move it, and he's a guy that when you get close to the goal line, he knows how to get into the end zone.
Absolutely. And look for Carlisle to use those athletes. Look for Central Dauphin to use some of their athletes. It should be a whale of a football game.
And finally, you talk about their catch per catch tonight, their yards per catch. You know, Swartz is getting 23 yards a catch with those 11 catches of the season, 8 catches for Thomas, 15.9 yards a catch. This team likes to get the ball down the field in a hurry. No short game here. They're looking to get big chunks for you and big time. So it's Carlisle tonight, and it's Central Dauphin, and we're going to develop all the storylines that come up during the course of this game, but it should be a good one here. It's a Thursday night game. It's the High School Sport Live TV Game of the Week, and it's all right here on Fox 43.2. Back with the start of this one right after this.
I'm Charlie Fortney with Advanced Tubes. I'm excited about our annual college showcase for boys and girls, seniors, and some select underclassmen. Big Star, what's up?
My man, I'm Big Star here, Raw Sports, man. Finally excited here to be able to collaborate with you to help promote these two events, man.
I'm excited about that because your promotion, there's no promotion like Raw Sports. So the Raw Sports Annual College Showcase is going to be awesome because every year 30 plus coaches are sitting in the seats, as you can see, and also we get the best players from all over South Central Pennsylvania. Big Star, with your promotion already this year, I know you're having open runs for boys and girls. We're already seeing kids coming the whole way from Delaware, Philadelphia.
For sure.
Talk about it, bro.
Absolutely, man. Listen, locally, the buzz spread. I was sending out the golden tickets and all that kind of stuff. But, once I started to put the stuff on social media, instantly, people are in my message box sending me messages from Allentown, guys reaching out to me about their kids in Delaware, the Philly area. So word is spread, man. And y'all know, once the high school hoop season is over, I load up for my Raw Sports, All-Stars Donna Frio Classic team. So I'm always on the hunt for talent for the Raw Sports All-Stars, man. So this is perfect.
How does the player get the golden ticket? I've seen the little, it looks like Willy Wonka. How does a top player who might not have been directly invited by you yet, how do they get one of those if you think they're a worthy player?
Well, I get endorsements from players, because they, birds of a feather flock together. A lot of players say, hey, my guy needs to be here. Or, coaches, I reach out to some coaches that get endorsements. Or just, players may reach out to me individually, because a lot of times, it's a lot of players out there. I may forget some individuals. So, do a little background check, send me some film, and if they're worthy, I'll definitely send them out a golden ticket.
In Advanced Hoops, we've always been trying to help high school coaches help their players get placed. And this Fall College Showcase started over 15 years ago when high school coaches actually were working with us and asking us how can we get players through your normal 5-on-5s looked at by colleges. So we kind of work together with high school coaches to bring players to it. Now it's a big showcase. And so high school coaches, if you're listening out there, if you have a senior or even a top junior or something that wants to be in front of college coaches because, hey, Big Star, talk about the live stream.
Oh, it's definitely going to be live stream, man, for any, locally coaches who can get here by their own means of transportation, they're going to be here. But it's coaches, on the West Coast, the Midwest, who have heard about this event, who follow me on social media all across the country. And coaches are busy because coaches, colleges have started their own, programs and stuff like that. So any assistants who can't make it, they can watch the live stream online.
Yeah, last time we live streamed it, over 100 coaches were tuned in on the boys and the girls side, and all AAU teams are invited. There's no specific AAU programs, but the top players coming from Team PA, from all over Mid-Penn Motion, Central PA Elite, players that still want to get a look at by colleges. But I think you said it earlier off script that this is going to be the best run in town. So whether you have your college nailed down or not, we even bust kids in from prep schools, top kids, to we'll have 50, 60 top players in the gym going at it for 2 hours on October 9th for the boys, 6:30 to 9 o'clock at night, and October 11th, that's a Tuesday for the girls, 6:30 to 9 o'clock. We usually use the 8:30 to 9 for the players to interact with the college coaches, and coaches like especially the coaches at the D3, D2 level, they're allowed to make contact with the players at that point. Big Star, talk about some of the at-event promotions you do. That's one of the greatest things, getting players there, promoting them, but at the event, it's amazing what you do on social media to give kids credit there. Talk about some of that, because I don't even understand it, to be honest with you, Big Star.
I got you, man. For any kids who know what I do, who follow me on social media, you already know. When we're live at the event, posting things on Instagram, in the stories, tweeting out things in the moment to let people know exactly what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Letting people know, if somebody just got crossed over, somebody just got dunked on, and just pretty much putting the word out to coaches, to other scouts and recruiters to let them know what's going on, man. So whether someone's here or not, the word resonates, and they will know, who were some of your athletes who, showed up and did their thing.
Hey, the best of Raw Sports reputation is going to be on the line. The best of the Advanced Hoops reputation is going to be on the line. We're going to put this together and try to help kids, try to help build us a great venue so there can be a last chance recruiting for a lot of these young people. We're excited about it. Go to advancedhoops.com if you want to see more information on the event. How can players and coaches that still want their player or the players to get an invite and they want to fight for their case, how can they reach out to you?
You guys can follow me on Instagram at Raw Sports Films, on Twitter at Big Star Raw Sport, and just send me a message. And if you have anybody you want to endorse, I'll consider them, do a little background check and definitely try to get them there.
Sounds good. We'll see you then.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customer. Students, begin your professional journey in a high-demand field with Groff Tractor. Contact us today to discover the power of our technician internship programs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
Everybody knows Hoffman has it. Did you know Hoffman has even more? There's the fully stocked Hoffman Ford Parts and Accessories Department, the Hoffman state-of-the-art collision facility, confidence in our ultra-modern service facility, peace of mind with master technicians, satisfaction with low prices.
Do I really need to say it again? Hoffman has it.
Only at Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
If it's used car peace of mind you're looking for, Hoffman has it. Hoffman Ford brings you a wide selection of quality pre-owned vehicles, carefully chosen and inspected for dependable driving pleasure. For the ultimate peace of mind, shop the Hoffman collection of Ford Blue Advantage certified pre-owned vehicles. If you're looking for a used vehicle, you can feel good about your loved one's driving.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Welcome to Ken Millen Stadium and Clyde Washington Field in the heart of Carlisle, Pennsylvania for a Thursday night special edition of High School Sports Live TV's Game of the Week right here on Fox 43.2. It is Carlisle tonight, the homestanding Thundering Herd, a record of 3-2 going up against the Rams of Central Dauphin at 1-4. But they are a tough, tough team, maybe trying to find their own footing right now. And we're getting ready to bring this one to you tonight. Gary Sutton with you, Ford Chapman, the coach, alongside of me this evening as they're getting ready to do the coin toss right here to see who's going to receive and who's going to kick off. And we'll take care of all that in a moment. But a rare Thursday night chance for us to get together there, Coach. And looking forward to a good one here tonight.
Absolutely. One of the rare grass fields we have left in the Mid-Penn. And Carlisle got on the map in District 3 playoffs in 1985 with their star running back Michael Owens. They got a rematch against Cumberland Valley in 85 and won their district title. And no state playoffs till 88, unfortunately. Central Dauphin, on the other hand, didn't make the playoffs until 1996. And a year later, under Coach Chop in his first year in 1997, they were district champs. And a proud array of football for both programs over the decades.
Carlisle starting to come back here a little bit. They're a team that has won 3 games. They lost 2 back-to-back, giving up 98 points, but they kind of found their footing again last week with a tough win over Chambersburg, 18-7. Chambersburg kind of the common denominator here because that is the only win so far for Central Dauphin. They won that game 42-35, and yet they have played a tough opening season schedule here so far. You talk about Carlisle under Coach Brad Ickes. They beat Mechanicsburg 28-14, then they beat Governor Mifflin 48-14. They lost to York High 54-47, and then they lost to Harrisburg 44-15, beat Chambersburg 18-7 on the other side for Central Dauphin. 36-19, they lost to a tough Central team in York. Lost to Wilson, another tough team, 17-10, then lost by 6 to Coatesville, 34-28. They beat Chambersburg 42-35, and as we said, lost to State College last week, 19-8. They averaged 21.4 points a game against giving up 28.2. On the other side, 31 points a game for Carlisle. They're giving up 26.6. Coach Glenn McNamee, the coach of Central Dauphin, who is kicking off, going from left to right. They're wearing white and gray tonight. On the other side, the green and white of the Thundering Herd. And the ball kicked out of the end zone. It'll come out to the 20-yard line where Carlisle will set up first down and 10.
Carlisle's offense, they have a center who's probably their best player on the line and possibly on the field, Leighton Bryce Schmick, and look for him to do a lot. He'll even pull from time to time.
Louis Shank is going to be running quarterback for them tonight. He'll wear number 10. And so guys you're going to look for this evening, number 3, Carson James Swartz. He has 11 catches for 253 yards, 23 yards a catch. But watch this team tonight. They are very explosive, and they can get it done in a hurry. They're averaging 31 points a game, and they open up on the first play from scrimmage here tonight. Quick pitch back here to Thomas. Thomas looking on the option. Thomas downfield, has his man deep on the option play. All the way down there is Carson Swartz. We say keep an eye on him, and there it is. They kept an eye on him right away. It looks like he's going to be down near the 1-yard line. I don't believe he got into the end zone. What an opening call.
The junior receiver snuck behind the Central Dauphin secondary and almost to Pater. Huge play. We just talked about it in the opener. Central Dauphin, important they don't give up the big ones, and Carlisle looks for the big ones, and sure enough, trick play to start the game.
Option pass from Thomas down to Swartz, and it's going to go all the way down now. The ball is going to be on the 2-yard line. So 78 yards on the play, and it'll be first down and goal on the second play of the game here.
Expecting they're obviously going to go with the run here. Look for number 6 in the backfield. There it is.
There's Shank with a handoff, banging over the left side. It's going to be Jaquise Morrell, and Morrell into the end zone for a very quick touchdown here at the 11-17 mark of the first quarter. We're just underway, and a touchdown from 2 yards out by Morrell on a big opener here for Carlisle.
That's what Carlisle wanted to do, get a good start, put Central Dauphin back on their heels, and they did that in 2 plays.
So here they are now in to attempt the extra point. This will be Mazias. He's 4 out of 4 on the season so far on extra points. He'll line it up right. Theonis Mazias. Kick is down, or the snap is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. And just like that, 11-17 to go in the first quarter. Carlisle leads at 7-0. This is High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
The Carlisle Sports Association concession stand here at Ken Millen Stadium is open for your refreshment.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
Shank to Thomas to Swartz. It sounds like tinkers to Evers to chance, the old baseball thing on double plays, but in this case, it was the pitch back, the option play, and a 78-yard pass down to the 2, and then Morrell taking it in for the touchdown, and Carlisle right out of the gate jumps on top here for Chapman.
21,
Now on the other side here, let's look for Central Dauphin to. They're going to establish their running game. They're more of a run-oriented football team.
You talk about that. You have Devin Shepard and David Chase as names who number 2 and number 3 we're going to be calling a lot tonight. But again, a little bit of pressure on Travis Lynn, the quarterback who stepped in for a starting quarterback who went down early in the season.
Karan Plummer getting hurt in the Coatesville game after scoring a touchdown to tie the game at 21. And unfortunately, he had a broken collarbone out for the season.
Here's Maziah's big foot, big kickoff, taken down near the 12-yard line. And Central Dauphin getting good field position up the field out near the 40-yard line where they're going to get a good 1st and 10 for about the 37-38. Nice run back that time by John Harris III. Well, you name John Harris around this town. That's a pretty good name, isn't it?
I tell his dad that all of his dad's on the coaching staff. And what a name, the old John Harris Pioneers. We saw it last Saturday on the scoreboard, the Pioneer and the William Penn Tiger logos on the new scoreboard at Severance Field.
So here's Travis Lynn back at quarterback. One receiver near side, one receiver short side.
Double tight, double flanker.
Puts a man in motion. Quick handoff right here and pounding it out over the 40-yard line out near the 42 is Carton Ramberberger.
Devin Shepard, number 2.
Devin Shepard, sorry. We're in number 32, forgive me. Actually, I gave it to Sam Sowers that time, I thought, but I gave it to number 2, Devin Shepard. So there you go. Getting our eyes kind of fixed in here on what's happening. So it'll be 2nd down now and 6. Lynn calling out the numbers, looking over to the coach, double checking. Again, same setup as last time. Lynn. This time testing the handoff from the other side.
He keeps it after a fake handoff. He's a scrappy kid. He's going to put his shoulder down and play hard. Multi-sport athlete, plays on the basketball team as well. Had a knee injury last year that kept him out a lot of football. Ended up playing basketball some, and he's back to close to 100%.
Gets the first down here for Central Dauphin, and they go without a huddle here. Again, another handoff to Devin Shepard, and Devin Shepard for maybe a yard, possibly 2. Looks like it'll be 2nd down and about 8 as Central Dauphin on the move, and as advertised, the running game being featured.
They're going to go quick. Often they rarely will snap the ball quickly, but they're going to test you, and if you're not prepared and they have a play, they'll run it. If not, they'll check with the coaching staff and decide what play they want to be in. They're going to
Shepard
go
out
here. Double reverse.
Little double reverse, going to fake it. Near side, lots of yards being gained here. Down near the 40-yard line, 42-yard line as a good takeoff there by Matteo Cromel. So Cromel picking up some big yardage here.
In the last 2 games, I believe it was last week against State College, Central Dauphin ran that similar play with the jet sweep with a fake reverse and got positive yardage on both.
So 3rd and 3 now for Central Dauphin. Ball spotted near the 43-yard line. 3rd and 3. Straight ahead, diving forward for the first down is Devin Shepard, and he'll get it. They'll move the chains, and so Central Dauphin answering here in a methodical march back down the field.
Same formation and play run last week against State College in a similar down and distance. Start the 4th quarter, they were unable to get it, and Central Dauphin was forced to punt. This time they do the opposite. They move the chains, which is what they want to do. Get into a rhythm here with 3 receivers to the left of the quarterback.
So here they are, one man in the backfield with Lynn. Loading up receivers on the far side. Handoff off the left side. It'll be just inside the 40 now. That handoff went to Sam Sowers, the fullback.
Doubles as a middle linebacker for the Rams defense. Hurt his knee last year during the season. Was out for the year, had surgery, recovered pretty well, and is back. Very physical kid, good kid.
Good tackle by Thomas Nelson, number 72, on the play for Carlisle. Be 2nd down now and 9 yards to go. He brings Sowers back up front. Looks like in a blocking role this time. Lynn puts his man in motion. There's your handoff again in the cutback. Nice job by Shepard cutting back. Shepard trying to dive down inside the 30 near the 25-yard line. Another nice run by Shepard as that time they put him in motion. They used him in his athletic prowess in a lot of different ways, don't they, Bill?
Yes, they do, including on returns, punt returns, and defense.
But Shepard doing some hard running there, right through tackles, and that's the kind of guy you're looking for as he managed to cut back right there.
There's David Chase Just a little bit of live action here. David Chase with a nice run.
So first time we've seen Chase's number called tonight, number 3. He is kind of the twin guy back there.
Picks up a first down.
Here's Lynn quickly lining up. Again, handed off to Chase one more time. Chase trying to get inside there. It's going to be met by a whole bunch of members of the herd that time.
Chase on the carry.
Led by number 85, Quentin Barclay.
As well as Thomas for the Carlisle Thunder Herd. A gang tackle there.
So it'll be second down now and 10 yards to go. Ball spotted at the 11-yard line, so they can still get a first down and not get a touchdown necessarily. Lynn looks over to the sideline.
Double tight formation, double flanker.
Again, Shepard in motion. Fake the handoff this time. Lynn keeps it. Lynn dances down inside the 10 to the 5, pushing inside the 5 to the 4. Nice job by Lynn. Some good, tough running there by the quarterback.
Absolutely. Elected to keep it on the ground. The Rams are. I expect nothing different here on this, what would amount to be, it looks like, third and short.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 5-yard line now. So it'll be third down and 2. You can get a first down and not get a touchdown. Here's Lynn. He's got Shepard right alongside as a sidecar. Handoff to Shepard. Shepard diving for the end zone. Looks like he's going to be a little bit short, but that'll be enough. Looks like for a first down here for
Number 3, David Chase
Cumberland Valley. I almost said it from last week. First down for Central Dauphin.
Anthony Robsock pulled from his right guard position, pulled left, and was a lead blocker there.
Handoff again to Shepard, and Shepard Chase into the end zone here.
Central Dauphin touchdown.
And there you have it. David Chase gets the call there, number 3. You got 2 and 3. They are good buddies, and they're side-by-side teammates, and Chase will take it into the end zone here. And the answer comes at the 6:49 mark as Chase with the score here for Lower Dauphin in quarter number 1. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. And that was converted there by Braden Snyder, who is 13 of 14 this year in point after touchdown. So we have a tie with 6:49 to go in the first quarter. This is High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
Well, the only fumble in that series was I said Lower Dauphin somewhere. Hey, we're talking about Central Dauphin tonight. They get kind of upset if I say Lower Dauphin, right? And also David Chase in the end zone with a 2-yard touchdown. What an answer here by Central Dauphin as they came down the field and answered that quick touchdown with one of their own here. Here's the kickoff for Central Dauphin. And it's going to go out of bounds.
Not what you want to do there.
Nope.
Now, Carlisle's going to have 2 choices here. They can take it ball at the 35-yard line, or they can make them re-kick, and they're going to take it to 35.
12 plays, 62 yards, 4:28 it took on that 2-yard touchdown run to cap it off by David Chase. What a nice answer here by Cumberland Valley. Or I keep saying Cumberland Valley Central Dauphin tonight. And, yeah, so now you get Carlisle back. They opened up with an option play the last time. Let's see if they have some more tricks up their sleeve here this time when they handle the ball from the 35-yard line. Carlisle Central Dauphin here tonight on High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week on Fox 43.2. Here's Shank. Shank with a handoff near side. Nice little dance out there, met by number 5, Aiden Smith, but not before he gets about 4 yards on the play. Good job of the carry there by Thomas.
5-yard pickup on the play will be second down.
Check that, make that Morrell again, who scored the touchdown just a few moments ago from 2 yards out. Jacquees Edwin Antonio Morrell, a 5'7" senior, 165 pounds. He used a lot of athletes on this team in a lot of different positions, much like Central Dauphin, but this team likes to pass the ball a little bit more normally. This time the pitch back to Morrell. Morrell looks like he's caught, gets loose for a moment, slowed down again, but it's going to be stopped near the line of scrimmage.
Carlisle likes that play. Throughout the season so far, in different formations, they'll run the quick pitch with the back already extended to that side. They like to pull both guards as they did on the first down play. And it's sort of like a buck sweep action, but it's out of shotgun with really no fullback fake, but sort of a wing tee type play.
That'll bring up a 3rd down and 3 now from the 42-yard line for Carlisle. Thundering Herd again, coached by Brett Ickes.
Spread set, they like to use a lot of motion.
There's motion again. There's the option play. Near side. And a good tackle there by David Chase. He just scored the touchdown, or make that actually Aiden Smith.
Yeah,
it was David Chase. I had it right in the first place. David Chase with a tackle there, near side. And it's going to bring up 4th down and 3.
And that play is going to most likely force a punt here because Carlisle only on their own 41-yard line. Really good flow by the Central Dauphin defense. Look at them run to the football. Right there to gang tackle if necessary.
Looked like Thomas had a lot of room to run there for a moment. It's shut down in a hurry with Chase.
Are they going to punt out of shotgun here, out of empty? Yep, he's going to back up. He's going to quick kick out of shotgun.
And there it is. Quick kick out of there. To be taken, fumbled for a moment, and then just the quick tackle. He had his knee down. So the ball will be taken around the 29-yard line for Central Dauphin, but they'll set up shop. 1st down and 10.
Number 5, Aiden Smith.
Interesting stop there for Central Dauphin that time. And it looked like on 3rd down they were going to get the yardage they needed, but they give credit to David Chase for chasing down number 4, Ezekiel Thomas, and showing some real speed there laterally along the line of scrimmage.
Central Dauphin still in a double tight set, double tight trips to the top of the screen.
So Lynn is going to line it up back there, 1 man next to him. Handoff again. This time it's going to go to Kyle McCullough, the running back. So he used yet a 3rd running back here tonight.
And McCullough will get some carries. He's a tough runner. He's a junior. And Central Dauphin with that double tight set really forces the 4-man front for Carlisle, puts them in a little bit of a bind. But nonetheless, Carlisle played really good rush defense there to give up only about 2 to 3 yards.
McCullough stay in there, 2nd down and 8 now. Lynn rolls left, takes a look, has a man downfield, throws into traffic, but it looks like he got his man. And was he in bounds? And they say, nope, out of bounds, incomplete. So that'll bring up a 3rd down and 8 yards to go here for Central Dauphin.
He was looking for Shepard along the left side. You see the replay here, sprint.
Pretty nice pass in traffic here, actually.
Yep, there's a flag route from the inside receiver. Outside guy ran a hitch.
Good defense there by Louis Shank, by the way, the quarterback, playing right there as a defensive back. So it'll bring up 3rd down now and 8 yards to go. Across the middle, and just a little bit behind his intended target, Matteo Cremel. That's going to bring up a 4th down now for Central Dauphin, and they'll probably have to kick it out of there.
Oh, no doubt. Punting situation. One of Central Dauphin's bright spots has been their punter. However, their first possession to start the game against State College last week ended in a block punt and led to a State College field goal. So hopefully the protection here for the Central Dauphin side is better than it was to start out their first punt last week.
Punter is Braden Snyder and boots it out of there nicely. Big kick and gets a bounce for Central Dauphin, and it's going to be fumbled. Look out. And finally falling on it down there is Jeremiah Hargrove, but not before losing some yards all the way back down near the 12-yard line, where almost a disastrous mistake there for the Thundering Herd.
Sure was. Hargrove obviously is athletic, but you got to be heady back there. Being a punt returner is different than even being a kick returner. You have to really know how to get under the football, read the football, have some guts back there. You have guys coming down. He could have fielded that on the fly most likely. And right there, you got to be careful. You got to look that in. Almost a disaster for the Thundering Herd.
So 3:43 to go here in the first quarter. 7-7 the score. First down so far, Central Dauphin with 5, Carlisle with 1. Rolling right, passing right, finds his man right. To Shank, and one of his favorite guys he likes to throw to is number 85, Quentin Barclay, who's got 6 catches on the season for over 77 yards and a couple touchdowns, and they find him right there.
Nice ad-lib play there by the quarterback to scramble to his right, turned his back actually, and completed the pass for a 2nd and short.
2nd down, 3 yards to go for the 19-yard line here for the Thundering Herd.
I'm expecting some motion and a running play here. There they have it, quick hitter.
Louis Shank in. drives over the right side there, trying to get a couple quick yards.
That's enough for a Carlisle.
Look like Morrell again.
Yep, Morrell seems to be the guy they're going to a lot here. Morrell with 2 touchdowns on the season, by the way.
And that moved the chains. So far, nice possession to get out from the deep hole they were in with the muffed punt return.
They had the big play to open the game with the option play for a 78-yard pass down the 2, and then Morrell taking it in. Did not sustain a drive last time. Now look like they're trying to get something going here. So the big first down. Ball at the 22-yard line, 1st and 10. Shank calls out the signals. And the handoff again.
He kept it. It was a keeper.
Not much. Yep, they're going to fake the handoff this time, and it's going to be Shank keeping it himself. He averages about 2 yards a carry when he carries it. So far, I've not shown the pass. We thought we might see a little bit more passing from Carlisle, but again, field position might dictate a lot of that so far for.
Yeah, anxious to see Carlisle here throwing the football. I think they got to be a little bit more diverse. They're not going to get a steady dose of run and run against that Central Dauphin defense, most likely, so they got to be a little versatile and look for this one, as you said, to go to the air with 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 from the 25-yard line, 3 yards on the pickup there by Shank. Shank has Morrell back there with him again. And this time moving along the line.
Looks like probably procedure on the offensive line.
Or was it a timeout
first?
first?
Timeout, okay.
I'll take a timeout as well. We've got 1:50 to go here in the first quarter. This is High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week on Fox 43.2.
Fans' restrooms are located near the concession stand at the southwest.
Everybody knows Hoffman has it. Did you know Hoffman has even more? There's the fully stocked Hoffman Ford Parts and Accessories Department, the Hoffman state-of-the-art collision facility, confidence in our ultra-modern service facility, peace of mind with master technicians, satisfaction with low prices.
Do I really need to say it again? Hoffman has it.
Only at Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
And welcome back to Ken Millen Stadium here, where it is 7-7 right now. Central Dauphin and Carlisle, 1:50 to go in the first quarter. It's been an entertaining first quarter total yards. You can see Central Dauphin with 58, Carlisle with 99, 78 of those on one play, obviously. So Central Dauphin's a little bit more, the march down the field. Gary Sutton with you for Chapman. Travis Sparks, our statistician tonight. Here comes Shank, near side, looking for a man. It's going to throw short. Got flushed out of the pocket that time.
Shank's pass intended for number 85, Quentin Barclay, incomplete. We 3rd down.
Well, he faked the handoff and booted to his left, had to throw back against the grain. It was short. It's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback. Rolling to your left and throwing back across his body. The ball was low.
So to bring up 3rd down now and 7 yards to go. Carlisle trying to sustain a drive here, and again, kind of an obvious passing situation. Man put in motion. Shank rolls near side. Shank trying to find his man. Downfield looking, guarded well. Is it pulled in? And nope. Good coverage downfield that time by number 11, Seth Bowman for Central Dauphin. The intended receiver was Carson Swartz, a guy who averages 23 yards a catch, and that was what we were looking for there, was one of those long pass plays.
And they threw it up.
Yeah.
They just went and threw it up, Gary, and good defense by the Rams, bring up a punting situation. Now, I'm curious to see if they're going to line up in punt formation. It doesn't look like. Maybe they're going to line up with this quarterback and just back him up again and do the old quick kick style.
Let's take a look here at what we have.
Yep, that's what they're going to do.
Yep.
You got to be careful on protection here. He's going to back up quickly, 2 or 3 steps.
Shank.
Oh, he's going to go for it.
Throws it over the middle and is no good. And rolling the dice here early in the game. They wanted pass interference, did Carlisle. I don't think they're going to get it.
That's very, very surprising on a 4th and 7. They have a legal formation or legal motion, one of the two. I didn't see the referee signal, but it's going to, if those yard markers are right, unless that was 3rd down and the yard marker said.
That was 4th and 7, so.
That must have been a 3rd down play.
Yeah. We had it at 4th down also.
Yes, it is. 4th down, Central Dauphin football.
So Central Dauphin's got the football now and a huge opportunity here.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
That's throwing the dice, isn't it? 25-yard line, 1st and 10. And very quickly, and they make him pay for it. There goes Shepard in for a 25-yard touchdown run. Devin Shepard answers the bell right away, and they made him pay for that 4th down play.
Very surprising. Central Dauphin, nice answer there. Still, bring up again, I'm wondering if Carlisle's coaching staff, Coach Higgins, thought it was 3rd down. But to gamble like that on 3rd and 7 yards, you need to get. And there goes Shepard. You see on the replay, very nice run.
Wow. Just explodes off that line.
Absolutely. Very versatile athlete.
25-yard touchdown run at the 128 mark here of quarter number 1. And the kick is up. And the kick is good. 14-7. Central Dauphin leads it. This is the High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week right here on Fox 43.2. Carlisle, and kind of an odd 4th down play. They went for it, lost it at the 25-yard line, did Carlisle, and then Central Dauphin very quickly handed it off to Devin Shepard for the 25-yard touchdown run, and they lead it 14-7 here with 1:28 to go in the first quarter. And quickly back to the other end, Jeremiah Hargrove with the run back.
Number 14, Jeremiah Hargrove.
So it'll be 1st down for Carlisle.
Nice kick coverage there by the Rams.
So 1st down and 10, ball spotted out at the 15-yard line, not the 25. 1:23 to go here in the first quarter, and the Rams on top for the first time tonight. Both teams 1-1 in the Commonwealth. It's a big game tonight, trying to get a winning record in the Commonwealth and get some momentum started for the rest of the season.
Look at the Buck sweep here. Yep, Buck sweep to the slot on the shift. They lined up in a wing, shifted to a slot, and ran a wing T play there.
Handoff goes to Thomas, Hezekiah Thomas there, the 6-foot senior.
We mentioned earlier, Carlisle does offensively have some wing T principles, although a lot of it's from shotgun. This time they went the old wing T formation and ran the sweep, guards pulling.
No gain in the play. In fact, the yard loss will be 2nd down and 11 for the 15 as Shank will line up. Shank looking to throw. Shank has his man downfield, and a good catch. Great job of finding the man down there. And again, that big tight end is Quentin Barclay. He has 5 catches, maybe that's 7 catches now in the season for 15 yards a catch.
Very nice catch there. Watch the replay. I thought Smith, the safety, was going to come up and lay a lick there. He went for the interception instead, and yeah, really nice pass and catch there by the.
How about the one-hand catcher? Pulls it down with the one hand. Looked like the NFL for a moment. So on the mark now, out at the 37-yard line. Here comes Carlisle right back.
There's your Buck sweep under center, the old wing T style play. Carlisle ran the wing T for quite some time back in the 80s under legendary coach Ray Ernie. Ray Ernie was the one that led Carlisle to the district championship in 85. They lost the title by 1 point the following year in 86 to Mechanicsburg and Rich Lichtel's Wildcats. But I'll tell you what, Carlisle really got that wing T going, and they're back years, a few decades later, running it again.
And got it behind big Braden Miller that time for the run. So that is going to be the end of the quarter. We take a break. We'll come right back for quarter number 2. It's 14-7. Central Dauphin leads it. It's a High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week, all here on Fox 43.2.
If it's used car peace of mind you're looking for, Hoffman has it. Hoffman Ford brings you a wide selection of quality pre-owned vehicles, carefully chosen and inspected for dependable driving pleasure. For the ultimate peace of mind, Shop the Hoffman collection of Ford Blue Advantage certified pre-owned vehicles. If you're looking for a used vehicle, you can feel good about your loved one's driving.
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
And we start the second quarter here. Muffed hike here, and Shank trying to get out of trouble, looking downfield, trying to find his man on the near sideline. Managed to avoid a disaster. It's going to be incomplete. That'll bring up second down. I think that third down now, and 7 as the ball spotted out at the 40-yard line. Shank dropped the hike there, the snap. Ran left, didn't have anything going on. Ran right, bought some time, tried to gut it over the near sideline for a reception, incomplete. So that'll bring up third down now and 7 yards to go for the Thundering Herd.
Central Dauphin is playing solid defense here. Carlisle has got to move these chains a little bit more if they're going to stay in this football game. They're lined up in a wing set here to the right.
Third down and 7. Hargrove in the backfield here with Shank. Shank fakes it to Hargrove. Looking downfield. Shank caught near side. And he's going to be taken, or far side is going to be taken down over there after a gain of maybe a yard or 2.
Are they going to go for it on 4th and 7, or are they going to punt? Not sure here.
How about Jet Franz in on that, the big defensive end, bringing him down, wearing number 8. Look at this. Good pursuit again, and you'll see Franz getting in behind him there and grabbing him right at the end.
Play action, boot left. Nothing there for Shank. Did a good thing not throwing it in traffic. All right.
4th down and 7. And let's see if they quick kick it again or not.
He's quick kicking this one.
So Shank will step back, kicks it out of there. They like that quick kick a lot, don't they?
Yes, they do.
And the ball again off the hands of Central Dauphin. Look out.
Chase.
And Chase fumbled it. And again, as you said earlier, you've got to make sure you handle the football on these punts. And Chase had it spin right out of his hands.
On the exact spot of the field that Carlisle did the same exact thing. Both fortunate. Watch here you go.
When
didn't feel in the air.
Get away.
Got to be careful. That's right. Chase was fortunate there. He's a versatile athlete just like Shepard, number 2. They put him out wide to the left here.
And on the spot there was Leighton Schmick. We talked about him earlier. So it'll be 1st down and 10 now for the Rams as they start from their own 18-yard line.
Double tight, double flanker. One back in the backfield.
They've been taking turns with Shepard, Chase, and McCullough so far, and the running backs have not thrown a lot in this game, haven't had to. In motion, there goes Chase, inside handoff to Chase. Chase batters over the right side, gets a couple of yards.
Number 3, David Chase on the carry for the Rams.
Good defense there by Carlisle to limit that run.
Might have gotten about 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6 now. Ball out near the 22-yard line.
And if you're Central Dauphin getting 4 yards, nothing wrong with that on first. Stay in manageable down and distance situations. Allow your running game to continue to click. Look for a play action at some point, little bootleg, probably a short, safe pass.
There's that inside handoff again. Again, it's Chase, and this time 1st down yardage and a lot more as he tries to break loose. He's finally brought down with a touchdown-saving tackle by Xavier Campbell, but he rumbles across the 50 and has them down in Carlisle territory again.
We'll see Chase here getting the jet sweep, cuts it up inside. Play look designed for that. Central Dauphin will run an outside jet sweep and a cut-up jet sweep, predetermined.
Kellen Phillips, number 54, threw a great block to open him up on the inside there. This time, not much running room as they're going to be brought down. You had Shepard that time with the football. Really impressed with this offensive line so far for Central Dauphin.
Sure. They got a solid group up front. Going to the double tight look again. It's like we mentioned, that's 7 men across the front there in that double tight set against 4 defensive linemen. Like your numbers there, good odds.
That brings up 2nd down here. They're slashing across the middle again. It's going to be Shepard down near first down yard. It's probably about 2 yards short.
Number 2, Devin
Shepard has good vision. You saw him cut back there really well on the run there to bring up a third and, about 4 yards.
Looks about 3rd and 4, maybe a short 4.
And they're probably in 4-down territory here inside the 40-yard line.
But around the 40, about the 37-yard line right now. So 37-yard line. They need to get down to about the 33 at this particular point. Here's Lynn calling out the signals. Handoff again, and again it's Shepard. This time he is met right at the line of scrimmage nicely by number 72, Thomas Nelson.
He's going to be 2 yards short, but I expect for Central Dauphin and Coach McNamee to go for it here on 4th and 2. You don't gain much with a punt.
So 4th and 2 at the 35-yard line here for Central Dauphin. This is a big play here in the second quarter. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we've got our Capital Blue Cross and AT&T halftime stats, our Jack Giambalvo halftime report. Here's Lynn. They got McCullough back there in the back, or Make that Sowers rather, back there in the backfield with
We're going to call a timeout and talk about it.
We'll call a timeout as well. 8:09 to go here in the first half. 14-7, Central Dauphin leads it over Carlisle. It's the High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customer. Students, begin your professional journey in a high-demand field with Groff Tractor. Contact us today to discover the power of our technician internship programs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Advanced Hoops is still signing players up for fall basketball training. As the fall sports are wrapping up, players can jump in the last 6 to 7 weeks of D1-led fall basketball training. Shooting with Charlie, post with Duke, point guard with Gerald, and speed agility with Archie Smith. Go to www.advancedhoops.com. And Rejuve is a hyper wellness and recovery lounge offering innovative and cutting-edge treatments, helping people increase energy, boost metabolism, reduce inflammation and pain. Rejuve's rapid recovery treatments solve a major problem for athletes battling sports-related injuries. Here's your handoff on 4th and 2. Did he get it?
Yes, he did. Unless his knee went down early, looks like he got it pretty handily by about 1.5 yards.
And by the way, there's a little Rejuve right there. They came out of the huddle and rejuvenated themselves for a 2-yard gain, but you can call 717-756-6082 to ask about Game Pass on the $89 package for athletes. Also go to rejuve.net. That's REJUVV.net. 1st and 10 for Central Dauphin here. 7:55 to go in the first half.
That was Chase on the 4th down and the run to move the chains.
They really mix up their running backs very, very well here so far.
Going to the air. Verticals, all verts.
And this one, look at this. Could have been a push-off. No flag down, though. The long pass from Lynn finds David Chase for the touchdown. 32-yard touchdown pass to David Chase from Mr. Lynn.
Chase just played the ball better than the defender. Both players were there. Defender seemed to not be able to, I don't know if he got turned around and was not able to jump. We'll see it here on the replay. Good throw by Lynn. Chase did have his hand on the back, number 3 on number 3. May have caused Swartz to lose his balance a little bit, and Swartz was unable to find the ball and jump for it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were maybe going to offensive pass interference there or not. So there's the snap down. The kick is up by Braden Snyder. The kick is good, and Central Dauphin with a 2-touchdown lead here in the first half, 21-7. This is High School Sports Live TV's Game of the Week on Fox 43.2.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
And Central Dauphin with a big play here from Travis Lynn as he finds Chase for a 32-yard touchdown. Chase now with 2 touchdowns in the game, 1 rushing and 1 catching so far. And a high kind of wobbly pass, but Chase found a way to bring it down there for Chapman.
Yes, he did.
So Central Dauphin looking awfully good here in the first half so far, really in command of their game. Kick downfield will be taken there by Carlisle. And a good run back here as it's Kareem Lawson up the near sideline.
Number 8, Kareem Lawson.
And Lawson gets it all the way back out. Looks like near the 40-yard line. Where it'll be first and 10. Good field position here for Carlisle as they find themselves down 2 touchdowns now and 3 unanswered.
Really nice job finding open area there by the senior receiver. Getting a ball in really good field position for Carlisle, which they need here, down 2 scores.
You're just joining us. Carlisle opened the game with a 78-yard pass, then a 2-yard touchdown run, and since then it's been 21 straight points from Central Dauphin. The Rams answering in style. They have the ball out at the 48-yard line now for Carlisle. First down and 10 for the Thundering Herd.
Here's your sweep.
Here's your sweep, and nothing doing there as it's spelled out nicely by Miles Cooper, the outside linebacker.
Number 6, Jaquise Morrell on the
Copper.
carry for the Herd.
Yeah, good play there.
Miles Copper coming up gold on that one. So a nice job of spelling out along the line of scrimmage. I'm really impressed so far with the lateral pursuit of this Central Dauphin Rams team.
Sure. And Carlisle needs to get some positive yardage on first and 10 running a football. They lost 4 or 5 there, and that just sets them behind the chains. And look for him to go to the air here with 3 wide and a tight end.
Shank back there with Morrell now as Morrell kind of leans forward, and you're going to get illegal procedures. It looked like Swartz missed the count. He was already down the field a ways. So that's going to walk him back 5 yards.
We just talked about being behind the chains. Now you're really behind the chains. Second and long. Central Dauphin defense can put their ears back and really pressure the quarterback. Expect some type of throw here.
One of the things Brett Ickes, the head coach, talked about earlier in the season was that a lot of mistakes and penalties have really cost this team this year. And right there was an example of what he was talking about.
All right.
So second down, 20 yards to go for the 38-yard line now. There's Shank rolling left. Shank coming back this way now, has some running room, and now he looks. He's going to keep it himself across the 40, across the 50, into Central Dauphin territory, down near the 42 or so, 43-yard line where he stepped out.
Defensive line coach Ben Kohick, he has to have those defensive. Watch the run here. The backside end has to still contain 66 out of his rushing lane. You got to stay in your rush lane and force everything back in. If you're Central Dauphin, you gave that quarterback a great chance on a long situation, need a lot of yardage, and they just got it.
So important to keep that quarterback pinned in there, and that time did not happen for Central Dauphin. So it'll bring up now a 3rd down and 1. Back on schedule, very manageable here. And this might be 4-down territory for him. There's your handoff straight ahead. Man, that was just a good handoff to Morrell, and Morrell going south, straight forward.
Very tough situation for Carlisle, especially after the penalty, and they find a way with their quarterback on using his feet on a busted play, and then the run right there, and chains are moved, and they're in, with the great field position, they are in Central Dauphin territory.
Down to the 36-yard line where it's 1st and 10, 5:53 to go here in the first half. Don't forget our Jack Giambalvo halftime report coming your way. There's Shank, handoff. Dancing inside the 35 down near the 34 now. Looked like Thomas with the carry that time.
Jet sweep.
Carlisle trying to answer right now with a march of their own against Cumberland Valley, or against Central Dauphin rather. Central Dauphin with 21 unanswered points here in the first half as the clock continues to kick down, now 5:17, 5:16. Second down and 8, ball at the 34-yard line for Central Dauphin.
There's that slot wing set. Counter.
Oh, nice play by Carlisle here, and again it's Morrell. Morrell with another first down. But good ball handling that time by Shank.
Sure, it's the old halfback. You fake they didn't really fake a belly, then they faked to the motion man, but it's the old halfback counter with the
Look at this.
pull.
There's the fake pitch, then the handoff.
And that's an old wing T type play. Everybody's going with flow with the motion, and all of a sudden you come back against the grain on a counter. And good success there. Really nicely done by the Thundering Herd.
Carlisle doing a nice job of establishing the running game here in this series. Now down to the 24-yard line, 1st and 10. Shank to Morrell again. Morrell slashing his way down near the 10-yard line, down the 15-yard line rather, where it's going to be yet another first down, it looks like. Morrell doing some hard running in this series.
Yes, he is. Carlisle's getting a lot more success running right at the Central Dauphin defense rather than running laterally so far in this ball game.
Yeah, laterally it was Central Dauphin winning every time on every down. Now, right up the gut, it's Carlisle establishing some real big holes and some big gains the last 3 times. 167 yards here for Central Dauphin the first half, 167 yards for Carlisle. How's that?
Good time to waste it down here, go to the air, but they're going to pitch it and go wide.
Now here they go laterally again. That's where Central Dauphin's been winning. Look at this. And Central Dauphin wins again. There's no room
but
for
enough for the
Hargrove.
First down, which is key.
14, Jeremiah Hargrove on the carry.
Yeah, but again, you saw that Central Dauphin quickness laterally along the line of scrimmage. So on 3rd down and 1.
So he didn't get the first down.
Ball at the 13.
A little short.
Picks up enough for the
3rd down and 1, and you'd be surprised if they didn't give it to Morrell
he got
again.
it. Yeah, they're giving it to him. I thought he
Finally,
got it.
yeah.
Yeah, I thought he got enough for the first.
A little bit late there on the scoreboard. So first down and 10 now. All is right with the world. Morrell back there. Ball at the 13-yard line. Again, they can get a first down and not have to get a touchdown here. This time the keeper, Shank, bang, down near the 1-yard line.
Very nice play. Thought for sure most defenders probably thought they were going to go to Morrell and ride him, and the quarterback read it and kept it.
Everybody converged to Morrell, and while they were converging Morrell, Shank said, I'll keep it myself very much. Look at that. Puts it in, hangs on to it for a while, and then Morrell pulls it right back out and dives to the 1-yard line.
That looked like a read for the quarterback. He had the choice there to give or keep and made the right decision and really ran tough there. 1st and goal.
This time he's got Hargrove back there with him. Instead, he'll keep it. Will Shank? Shank, does he get into the end zone? Official's going to unpile here. Looked like a last effort. He might have gotten across the line, but let's take a look. It's going to be 2nd down. So he does not get in. The ball's got to be just about touching the goal line.
Did not get in.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do the exact same thing on 2nd down.
So the 2nd down and inside a yard. Take a look right there. You can see how close that is to the goal line right now.
One of Carlisle's best players is that big center. 54, we alluded to him earlier. Schmick. Oh, they're going to be in shotgun here.
Okay,
Go back under center. Take it back.
I'd like to give it to Hargrove a lot. But this time again, it's Shank trying to get in. They're trying to push him in. Do they have enough this time? It looks like yes, they do.
Not by much, but they got enough. It looked like a really good defensive line surge by the Rams there in the goal line defensive set. But enough for Shank to get in and cut this to a 1-score game.
2:34 to go here in quarter number 2, and a 1-yard plunge by Louis Shank, the quarterback. And there you have it. Wasn't pretty. Looked like kind of a rugby match
scrum,
there.
Absolutely.
But he got in. So here is Mazias in to try to kick the extra point now. He's been perfect on the season so far. But the goalposts look a lot wider from that angle, don't they? Kick is down, or spot is down, kick is up, kick is good. And nice answer here by Carlisle in the second quarter. 2:34 to go to halftime. 21-14, Central Dauphin still leads it. This is the High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week, all here on Fox 43.2.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
And welcome back to Carlisle High School, where Carlisle has marched back down the field here for a touchdown and really mixing up the runs that time. Much better than they've been in the game so far.
Yes, they have. And if you look at the difference in this football game so far, if you break it down, is the 4th and 7, Carlisle going for it from their own 25-yard line. I really think Coach Ickes and his staff thought it was 3rd down. I mean, you have to think so. And next play, Central Dauphin touchdown, and that's been the difference in this 1-score game.
Here's Mazias ready to kick off. So they've now cut that 21 in a row point spread to 7 points. 10 plays, 58 yards, 459, 1-yard touchdown run set up with a 40-yard kickoff return. And again, speaking of kickoff returns, how about this one coming back down the field?
Harris again.
Yep, John Harris the third, looking like John Harris the first tonight as he gets down the field. Again, great field position here to start up a drive for Central Dauphin with still plenty of time to go in the first half. Take a look at this.
First down and 10 for Central Dauphin.
Harris will take it. Harris waits for his block, sets up, and then takes off. And look at this. Doing some good, hard running out to the 50-yard line. So half the field covered already for the Rams.
And with just under 2.5 minutes to go here, it's a good chance to be aggressive, get down the field. Central Dauphin has a solid kicking game. A field goal would put you up 10 right now, and that's what you can look for. But they have time to get in the end zone. We'll see what they do here on 1st and 10.
Looks like Evan Bouchon, the long snapper, coming off the field there. Not sure if he's holding his wrist there.
He's a junior lineman.
Number 73, Dakota
6
Helm.
foot
Well, no, that's the Carlisle.
I'm sorry,
73.
Carlisle. Forgive me. Yeah.
Helm. Dakota Helm.
So Dakota Helm comes off the field, and 6-foot senior. So here's Central Dauphin now with the football at the 48-yard line. They finally officially spot it down there. And boy, would they love to put one more in before the half here and get momentum back on their side.
Here comes a jet sweep from number 2. Yep.
And there it is. Once again, the handoff is to Shepard, and Shepard finding a way to get positive yardage. He just waited for his blockers to set up, but they got forward for maybe about 5 on the play.
However, there's an penalty most likely on the offense from where it was thrown. It's usually not holding from out there, but not sure what else it would be on the jet sweep play.
So they're going to walk it back here. It looks like a pretty big penalty at that. So all the way back it comes. Had to be holding.
I didn't see the signal by the
Yeah,
official.
I didn't either. Put the ball all the way back to the 25-yard line, so good field position forfeited there.
And the clock starts again. Could be closely down to 2 minutes if you're Central Dauphin. That really hurt. Now it's 1st and 25. Do you get as aggressive right now if you're Glenn McNamee?
And they said the ball back down to the 33-yard line. So 1st and 25 from the 33-yard line now for Central Dauphin. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. There again is that jet sweep. There again is Shepard. Shepard busts loose. Shepard open. Shepard down the far sideline. Shepard all the way down to the 30-yard line. What a great run down to the 20 and actually out near the 18-yard line. And again, that play has been so good to him so far.
Sure, as you see his vision on the cutback area, and you'll see it here again. Really nice job getting upfield. It was designed to go upfield, but then he gets the cutback and gets out of bounds, which will stop the clock until the ball snapped on the next play, which is important here when you're down here under 2 minutes.
And there's Chase chasing his way to the far side, stepping out of bounds finally. So just like that, Central Dauphin coming back with an answer to the Carlisle touchdown. 1:34 to go here in the first half.
And they're doing it on the ground once again, which we expected pregame.
And effectively between Chase and Shepard so far, and throwing a little McCullough here and there. There's Chase again. Chase is going to be ridden down near the 5-yard line.
Central Dauphin has 2 timeouts left, but you really don't need to be in a hurry right now. Plenty of time left.
Shepard has over 100 yards here, by the way, in the first half. And Chase has put up some effective yards as well right behind him.
Chase at Wildcat.
There's Chase at the Wildcat. Chase down inside the 5, near the 3.
That Wildcat was made really famous in college by the Arkansas Razorbacks. They have a nice 1-2 punch. What we say by Wildcat, for those at home that aren't aware, the quarterback does not line up in the backfield. They put a skill position guy in the backfield, and he gets the snap from shotgun and usually keeps it. They have a few other wrinkles off of that. Most teams do.
So we got a timeout in the field. Let's keep it right here for the moment. With 44.5 seconds to go, a 3rd down and 4. Ball's on the 4-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down and goal. So what is Coach talking right now about, Coach McNamee, as he's trying to set up a play here?
Well, you still have time with a timeout left, so just Try to get yourself in your best formation and play. Try to get in the end zone, and if you don't, tell your team, there's no need to rush. We have a timeout and 2 more downs. Interesting if he's going to elect to go for the field goal. Should they not get it on 2 plays, it's going to depend on how close they are to the goal line, obviously.
Coach Ickes over there pretty much figuring it's going to be Shepard or Chase that are going to get it here, so he's got to be lining something up against that, right?
And I'm not expecting it to go in the air. A nice little wrinkle would be to play action and boot. Fake the jet sweep, boot the opposite way, get the fullback in the flat, get a tight end on a drag.
Well, Lynn has the ability to run. We've seen that earlier, so with everybody else focusing maybe on
there you have it.
One of his 2 main guys, Lynn could keep it very easily. Let's see what they dialed up here.
But they're in the Wildcat here again with Chase.
So Chase has it, and he is going to be jammed right there by the Carlisle defense. It rises up like a wall. So nothing doing there, and it's 4th down and 4. Now, do you kick a field goal, or do you go right after a touchdown?
Third and 4. Oh, it is 4th on the scoreboard. It says 4th. I think it's 3rd. Let that clock run down. Maybe it is 4th, and they may elect for a call timeout and get a field goal here. That's what they're going to do.
And Braden Snyder is the guy that they'll call. He has 1 field goal so far this season from 30 yards. So we'll wait and see as they tick it all the way down. 4. Now they finally call timeout here. And looks like they're going to bring Braden Snyder on for the field goal attempt here in just a moment.
Now the one negative, you're on the right hash, it looks like, which is a big angle. So they may elect to go for the touchdown. The only negative with letting the clock run down like that would be if you get some type of penalty that would give you 1st and goal, you'll have fewer chances. But one play, and it looks like they're going to go for it.
Yeah.
Just by Coach Mack talking to his guys, doesn't look like there's a kicker around, or they're thinking about kicking this field goal to go up by 10. They want to go up by 14.
So what he's saying is, I want the last play of the first half. I want a touchdown, and you roll the dice on this one right now, pretty high percentages. You're not going to have to worry about the next play, that's for sure, unless there's a penalty.
Yeah, I can't blame him. If I were in his shoes, I'd go for it.
Yeah, you're up by 7 right now. You've marched down the field. This would certainly be a big calling card to end the half and get you ready for the second half as far as momentum's concerned. So here we go.
And remember, the high school hashes are wider than college and obviously wider than pro. So it's a really tough angle if you were going to kick a field goal, but they're going to go for it. And they got their quarterback back in the game.
Let's see if Lynn fakes it here and maybe takes off
I think
himself.
they're giving it to 2.
And there it is. It worked the whole time. Getting chased outside is Shepard. Shepard's going to dive for the end zone. Did he get in? And he did. Shepard dove for the pylon. He got the ball across there right at the last moment. The referee just hesitated for a minute, but Shepard in for another touchdown here, and a big one here at the end of the half.
Great effort by Shepard. Coaching point here, we see this replay. The defender, I want to see this defender. He's got to go down the line. He's not as fast as Shepard. Don't get up in the backfield for it. Take a better angle, number 4. He's a good athlete there, is Thomas, but a little bit better angle. He may have kept Shepard from going to the end zone.
They stayed with the running game there. So in is Snyder. Snap down, kick up, and kick again is good, and it's 28-14 as we head to the half. Our Jack T and Valvo halftime report coming up right after this. But Central Dauphin, 28 first half points. They lead by 14. This is your High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week right here on Fox 43.2.
I'm Charlie Fortney with Advanced Tubes. I'm excited about our annual college showcase for boys and girls, seniors, and some select underclassmen. Big Star, what's up?
My man, I'm Big Star here, Raw Sports, man. Finally excited here to be able to collaborate with you to help promote these 2 events, man.
I'm excited about that because your promotion, there's no promotion like Raw Sports. So the Raw Sports annual college showcase is going to be awesome because every year 30+ coaches are sitting in the seats, as you can see, and also we get the best players from all over South Central Pennsylvania. Big Star, with your promotion already this year, I know you're having open runs for boys and girls. We're already seeing kids coming the whole way from Delaware, Philadelphia.
For sure.
Talk about it, bro.
Absolutely, man. Listen, locally, the buzz spread. I was sending out the golden tickets and all that kind of stuff. But, once I started to put the stuff on social media, instantly, people are in my message box sending me messages from Allentown, guys reaching out to me about their kids in Delaware, the Philly area. So word is spread, man. And y'all know, once the high school hoop season is over, I load up for my Raw Sports, All-Stars Diner for Your Classic team. So I'm always on the hunt for talent for the Raw Sports All-Stars, man. So this is perfect.
How does the player get the golden ticket? I've seen the little, it looks like Willy Wonka. How does a top player who might not have been directly invited by you yet, how do they get one of those if you think they're a worthy player?
Well, I get endorsements from players, because they, birds of a feather flock together. A lot of players say, hey, my guy needs to be here. Or, coaches, I reach out to some coaches that get endorsements. Or just, players may reach out to me individually, because a lot of times, it's a lot of players out there. I may forget some individuals. So, do a little background check, send me some film, and if they're worthy, I'll definitely send them out a golden ticket.
In Advanced Hoops, we've always been trying to help high school coaches help their players get placed. And this Fall College Showcase started over 15 years ago when high school coaches actually were working with us and asking us, how can we get players through your normal 5-on-5s looked at by colleges. So we kind of work together with high school coaches to bring players to it. Now it's a big showcase. And so high school coaches, if you're listening out there, if you have a senior or even a top junior or something that wants to be in front of college coaches because, hey, Big Star, talk about the live stream.
Oh, it's definitely going to be live stream, man, for any, locally coaches who can get here by their own means of transportation, they're going to be here. But it's coaches, on the West Coast, the Midwest, who have heard about this event, who follow me on social media all across the country. And coaches are busy because coaches, colleges have started their own, programs and stuff like that. So any assistants who can't make it, they can watch the live stream online.
Yeah, last time we live streamed it, over 100 coaches were tuned in on the boys and the girls side, and all AAU teams are invited. There's no specific AAU programs, but the top players coming from Team PA, from all over, Mid-Penn Motion, Central PA Elite, players that still want to get a look at by colleges. But I think you said it earlier off script that this is going to be the best run in town. So whether you have your college nailed down or not, we even bust kids in from prep schools, top kids, to we'll have 50, 60 top players in the gym going at it for 2 hours on October 9th for the boys, 6:30 to 9 o'clock at night, and October 11th, that's a Tuesday, for the girls, 6:30 to 9 o'clock. We usually use the 8:30 to 9 for the players to interact with the college coaches, and coaches like especially the coaches at the D3, D2 level, they're allowed to make contact with the players at that point. Big Star, talk about some of the at-event promotions you do. That's one of the greatest things, getting players there, promoting them. But at the event, it's amazing what you do on social media to give kids credit there. Talk about some of that, because I don't even understand it, to be honest with you, Big Star.
I got you, man. For any kids who know what I do, who follow me on social media, you already know. When we're live at the event, posting things on Instagram, in the stories, tweeting out things in the moment to let people know exactly what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Letting people know, if somebody just got crossed over, somebody just got dunked on, and just pretty much putting the word out to coaches, to other scouts and recruiters, to let them know what's going on, man. So whether someone's here or not, the word resonates, and they will know, who were some of your athletes who, showed up and did their thing.
Hey, the best of Raw Sports reputation is going to be on the line. The best of the Advanced Hoops reputation is going to be on the line. We're going to put this together and try to help kids, try to help build us a great venue so there can be a last chance recruiting for a lot of these young people. We're excited about it. Go to advancedhoops.com if you want to see more information on the event. How can players and coaches that still want their player or the players to get an invite and they want to fight for their case, how can they reach out to you?
You guys can follow me on Instagram at Raw Sports Films, on Twitter at Big Star Raw Sport, and just send me a message. And if you have anybody you want to endorse, I'll consider them, do a little background check and definitely try to get them there.
Sounds good. We'll see you then.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at Giambavo.com.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customer. Students, begin your professional journey in a high-demand field with Groff Tractor. Contact us today to discover the power of our technician internship programs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your number one source for everything under construction.
Welcome back to Ken Millen Field here in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, where it's 28-14 at the half. Central Dauphin leads Carlisle here on our High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week right here on Fox 43.2. You know, we're so happy to be part of the Fox Football Frenzy every week. And this week a little different than we're on a Thursday night, but that'll be tomorrow night at 11 o'clock. Don't forget to check out Fox 43 Football Frenzy. Todd Sadowski and all the people do such a great job with that. Gary Sutton, Fort Chapman with you back here for our Jack Giambalvo halftime report. And what a first half it was. It started with a bang for Carlisle, and then it was just the thumping of Central Dauphin up and down the field there, 21 unanswered points. Carlisle coming back with a nice drive of their own, and then at the end of the half, Central Dauphin one more time. Let's take a look at the first half highlights.
It's right after the trick play. One more play Central Dauphin needed to get it in the end zone, and that was Morrell. And Central Dauphin answered right back, Gary.
There's Chase diving into the end zone for one of two touchdowns. He got one rushing, one receiving. And then here's that other guy, part of that 1-2 punch. And wearing number 2 is Devin Shepard, who blasts into the end zone, the 25-yard touchdown run after kind of that odd play we saw before that. And then Lynn, here's Chase's catch for a touchdown. You said, well, maybe offensive pass interference, but not tonight, as Chase in for a touchdown there. And then finally a really tough one here for Shank, getting a little help from his friends, diving into the end zone here to get it back within 7 points.
And some nice runs by Morrell on that drive.
But here's Central Dauphin at the end of the half, and a good run here by Shepard. Dives to the pylon at the end, and Shepard in for his second touchdown. He's over 100 yards in the first half, and it's 28-14 here at the half. That is your Capital Region first half highlights. Your Capital Region first half highlights are brought to you by the Capital Region Insurance Agency. You know, we take a look at our stats here at the half, our AT&T halftime stats, and our Capital Blue Cross halftime stats as well. We're going to take a look at it here in just a second from Travis Sparks. But, you know, you look at this first half, it really was interesting to watch Central Dauphin get dominant here in their marches.
And they did it basically most of the time on the ground, especially that last drive there to get over 200 yards rushing. The big run by Shepard to get them down inside the red zone, and then they finished it out right there right before the half to put them up 2 scores. 236
total yards here in the first half, all rushing for the most part, 204 of those rushing, 180 on the other side for Carlisle. 10 first downs for Central Dauphin. That talks about their dominance and keeping the ball moving. 7 first downs on the other side for Carlisle. Look at the time of possession, though. Carlisle had the football a longer amount of time, but I'll tell you what, Central Dauphin made it count when they had it.
You see that, and Carlisle's in this football game still, only down by 14 points. I know Central Dauphin gets it to start the second half, but you can't count out the Thunderbird. They have some big weapons, and they just have to play a little bit better run defense and get Central Dauphin off the field on some 3-and-outs.
The 108 yards passing, a little bit misleading because 78 yards of it was on the opening pass of the game off an option play, and from that point on, didn't get near so many. So those are your halftime stats right here, brought by Capital Blue Cross and also AT&T. You take a look at the second half here for what are we looking for in the second half coming out? First of all, if you're Coach Ickes and you're Carlisle and you're saying, okay, we're in the football game. We came back. We showed some resilience. What are you looking to do here in the second half?
First thing you're saying, defensively, we got to get a stop. And we got to do it on the first possession that Central Dauphin gets the football. And then once we get the ball, we got to keep mixing up that run and pass, which they've done a decent job of so far. If we get the ball in the end zone, we're down 1 touchdown. Anything can happen. And that's got to be his message. It's a 4-quarter football game. On the other side, Coach McNamee, you got to just to keep that running game going. Don't turn the ball over. Hold on to the football, secure it, and get yourself chew some clock, get some first downs, a little bit of play action from time to time. We haven't seen much of that yet, but I expected a little bootleg pass and keep the chains moving. And if you're central offense, you just got to get the ball in the end zone one more time, put you up 3 scores.
You talked about Travis Lynn, the quarterback there, who stepped in after the main quarterback went down early this season. He's done a pretty good job here, handling the ball in the first half, directing that offense, managing the offense well for Central Dauphin.
You said it best. That's what he is. He's a game manager, and he's athletic. And he's not great speed, but he's tough, he's hard-nosed, and he'll put his shoulder down and make some plays.
That's our Jack Giambavo halftime report. We take a break. We'll come back with the third quarter right here. It's the High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week, all here on Fox 43.2.
So a while back, I thought to myself, I'm never going to own a home. I'm going to have to rent forever. I didn't have money for a down payment. I had no credit history, and I just got out of a divorce. But PHFA showed me that home ownership is possible. They offer me a low-interest mortgage and a way to manage the closing cost. To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
Lock it up at Hoffman Ford. Only Hoffman Ford offers 2 years maintenance included with any new 2023 Ford car, truck, or SUV order. Plus, lock in Ford's lowest APR rate today. Get 2 years maintenance included exclusively at Hoffman Ford. Why would you order from anywhere else? Who has your best deal on a new Ford?
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customer. Students, begin your professional journey in a high-demand field with Groff Tractor. Contact us today to discover the power of our technician internship programs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
And welcome back to Ken Mellon Field right now at Carlisle High School, where we're bringing you the High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week, a Thursday night game here, all here on Fox 43.2. Gary Sutton, Ford Chapman with you. A couple individual numbers jump out here at the half for. I wanted to get your comment on those. Lynn only 1 for 3 in passing, but he didn't have to pass very much, 32 yards. That one for a touchdown, which he threw obviously to David Chase. You got Shepard with 9 rushes for 105 yards in the first half and 2 touchdowns. And then you got Chase, 7 rushes for 72 yards, 1 reception for a 32-yard touchdown catch, and 1 run into the end zone. He has 2 touchdowns in the first half. He's got 3 touchdown catches on the season, 5 rushing. On the other side, you've got Shepard with 6 touchdown runs for the season. On the other side for Carlisle, Shank, 2 of 6 in the first half, 30 yards, 33 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. 8 rushes for 36 yards for Morrell and 1 touchdown in the first half, and 2 receptions for 30 yards for Barclay, the tight end. And those are some of your individual numbers here at the half.
Well, Gary, you know, in the pregame, they did the coaches spotlight, and with Coach McNamee and Coach Ickes, and now I'm going to do a little coaches spotlight going back in time. Neil Hickoff, longtime coach in the 70s through 1981 football season for the Carlisle Thundering Herd. He is in the Pennsylvania Coaches Hall of Fame, and his last season in 81, Carlisle went 11-0, but there were no playoffs.
Wow.
So they finished their season with an 11-0 record. Great year. And on the Central Dolphins side, he came in 97, stayed through 2002, coached George Chomp. He was a lot of places, including the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, head coach at IUP, Marshall, and Navy. And in his first year, he led them, as I mentioned earlier, to the district championship. Almost won a state title that year. They lost in overtime to eventual state champions Central Bucks West in the Eastern Final. And 2 really good coaches that knew how to mold youngsters and motivate youngsters and really get the most out of their teams. Neil Hickoff from Carlisle and George Chomp from Central Dauphin.
Boy, you always have something. You know, if you can remember something after a while, we'll be all right. I mean, you got the best memory of anybody I know. I was like a steel trap out there. And I'll tell you, if you want to know something about football and anything happened in Pennsylvania, and I'd say even beyond football, Fort Chapman is the guy to go ask. He's like a walking encyclopedia here, but really good stuff and great memories. And, you know, George Chomp, for a lot of people who don't remember him, it was like legendary around here for a long time. Anyway, we're getting ready to start the third quarter here, and Central Dauphin running out in the field. Carlisle's already out there.
And that's back when Neil Hickoff was the Carlisle coach through the 70s and early 80s. You expected Carlisle to play for a league championship, you know, maybe 3 out of every 4 years. They were in the mix, and they had a nice combination of athletes, tough kids, hard-nosed kids. Not that they don't anymore, but not as many of them lately in Carlisle. But I'll tell you what, they were a force to be reckoned with. We always know in basketball, obviously 4 straight consecutive state titles, 85, 86, 87, and 88. Names like Lebo, Owens.
Billy Owens, yeah.
Yes, Hodge. Yep.
Had a lot of guys. Jeff Lebo, son of the coach, unbelievable. I had to play against him in his opening game. We had to coach against him in his opening game when he played at Carlisle. Here's your kickoff of the second half from Carlisle to Central Dauphin. Central Dauphin's going to get it. Good run back here. Look out. And
that's Smith, Aiden Smith.
And brought down, again, maybe with a touchdown-saving tackle there by number 85 for Carlisle, and that was Quentin Barclay. So Barclay with a big tackle here, but great field position again for Central Dauphin.
Jeff Lebo had 2,716 points in high school without a three-point arc.
I remember the first night we played him, he was a freshman, and after the game he had 18 points, 6 assists, and 3 dunks, and our coach said to him, do you have any grief from anybody as far as playing your son to Coach Lebo? And Coach Lebo said, no, he's the best player on the team. He said, that's easy. He said, it's a freshman. It's an opening game.
Which Butch Evans on that team, too, was a great player as a senior. They were district champs that year.
And there's your handoff. Near side. Good pursuit that time by Carlisle, and a flag thrown down on the field.
Unfortunately, lost in the first round of states at the Farm Show Arena to Springfield Delco to end that season for Carlisle, and that was the 81-82 season.
Kyle McCullough with a carry that time for Central Dauphin, but flag down. See what we've got here. Opening play of the second half, 28-14. Central Dauphin leads it, obviously. So it looks like it's going to be against Central Dauphin. Maybe the hold variety here again. And again, you go from great field position to not so great field position with this penalty.
And the last time this happened, which wasn't that long ago in football, you know, right at the end of the half, next play, Shepard went almost to pay dirt, got a huge gain.
So it'll be first down now, back at the 32-yard line, and first down and 20 for Central Dauphin. There you see Travis Lynn, been very efficient, hands it off to his favorite guy so far, and his favorite guy bottled up this time, Devin Shepard, nothing doing.
And this is what we said the Carlisle defense has to do at half. come out in the second half and play hard-nosed football.
How about Thomas leading the charge there, number 4, Ezekiel Thomas. So a big jam there on the opening after the penalty. So it'll be second down now and 20. And you wonder, Central Dauphin has only passed the ball 3 times so far, if they would, pass in this kind of situation, or they've got that much confidence in the running game here, just try to get back on schedule with maybe a 10-yard gain or so.
I look for the latter.
And here
he's going to throw it.
Going to fake it, and this is a throw, and this is going deep too. Looking downfield, great coverage on the play as he was looking for Mateo Crumel, who had 9 receptions on the season, but 3 guys down there covering on the play.
And they were Campbell, Hargrove, and Shank. All 3 right there. Very good coverage is right. And third and long, I expect something safe for the Rams. And get out of dodge and punt if you have to. Just don't turn the ball over if you're Central Dauphin. If you're Carlisle, be aggressive. Turnover would be huge here, but just don't let them get to 20 yards.
Where you set up like a little screen? No, he's going to dive out of there as Lynn going to the far side and gets back maybe 10 yards, but still 4th down and probably 10 or 9 to go here.
Obvious punting situation for Central Dauphin.
So Carlisle achieves probably what they wanted to achieve, coming out in the second half and getting a stand and getting them off the field.
Yes, they did.
That could have been devastating if Central Dauphin would have scored again here.
For Central Dauphin, back deep for the herd.
4th down and 9. They're going to punt, quick kick from, there it is. With the punter, excuse me.
Black kick out of there. Nothing doing this time of Carlisle. A great roll for Central Dauphin all the way down inside the 10, probably to the 9-yard line. So a good turnaround of the field there with the punt.
On the monitor, I saw Travis Lynn. He's the personal protector. He's the quarterback. It looked like he was in shotgun from the monitor. And
how about
normal punting situation there for the Rams.
Braden Snyder with the punt there. And so it'll be 1st down and 10 now for Carlisle. Let's see what they can do here in their first possession of the second half. 10:23 to go here in the third quarter. You're watching the High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week, a rare Thursday night game. In fact, it's our only Thursday night game of the season. So glad to be in Carlisle tonight for this one. So here's Shank now, getting set up.
Are we going to see Morrell with the quick hitter? Yep.
There's Morrell banging it over the left side.
Number 6, Jaquise Morrell on the carry.
And it looks like he might have gotten a yard, maybe.
Will be second down.
It's pretty close to being jammed right there at the line of scrimmage. So second down and 10. No pickup on the play.
You're right. He got about a half yard or so. Not much there. That Central Dauphin run defense. You got to be careful if you're Carlisle deep in your own territory.
Yeah, it's your own 10-yard line right now. So it'll be second down and 10 from the 10. 9:49 to go in the third quarter. And yet if you're Carlisle, you need to get something started here in the second half. Let's see what they have going on in the second down play. Shank, straight back. Rolling near side. Shank. Going to get bottled up and brought down inside his own 5-yard line. Dangerously close. Down at the 2, maybe. We'll see where the referee spots the ball.
Good defense by the Rams there, led by Joey Bass.
And look how they bottled him inside that time. Nice job coming from the outside on that play by number 32, Sam Sowers, who kept him to the inside, didn't allow him to get any running room at all.
And Bass brought him down, and now not just is it 3rd and long, but it's 3rd and long from deep in your own territory. You got to be careful here. Sometimes teams just like to drop back and let it fly, like a long ball. Even if it gets intercepted, you make the tackle. It could be even better than a punt.
So it'll be 3rd down now and 18 from the 2-yard line. Dangerous territory here for Carlisle. You may just take the ball and run it yourself here if you're Shank. Shank straight back. Shank looks deep.
Go deep.
And he's got his man, but also he's got another guy playing the interception and puts his head in his hands and says, oh my gosh, what might have been. Was that Aiden Smith?
Yes, it was.
Aiden Smith was playing that as receiver, and he knows he missed a big one.
Junior corner.
Take a look at this. They did exactly what you said. They're throwing it out of the end zone. However, it's not all that bad for Central Dauphin here because now you've got to kick it out of the end zone in the punt. You're going to get great field position anyway.
Yeah. And Smith probably would have gotten tackled because he was trying to catch that, and there was a receiver right there that had been around the 40, 45-yard line. Now you have a chance where, what are they going to do here? We haven't seen their regular punt team in, and they're going to just do this regular shotgun quick kick by Shank.
So here it is. Shank boots it out of there very quickly. And he's got a man back there who's got room to run.
It's Crummel.
And Crummel gets the ball, Mateo Crummel, and brings it right back down. And again, great field position for Central Dauphin on the field exchange turnaround off the punt. We talked about how important field position is here, never more important than right now.
Yes.
So it'll be first down and 10 now for Central Dauphin as they get the ball back on a short punt. And the ball at the 19-yard line of Carlisle. Big moment in this game here in the third quarter. There's Shepard again off the far side, and Shepard slashing his way down inside the 15-yard line to about the 14, maybe down near the 10. So it'll bring up second down and 5 now. Ball at the 14-yard line. Tough for us to see the stripes there every now and then, so trying to count back very quickly. Here's Shepard in a slot this time near side. Second down and 5. Ball at the 14. Faking it this time is Lynn. Lynn's going to get forward, and he's going to be met there by Carlisle's number 72. That's Thomas Nelson with the tackle.
72, Thomas Nelson for the hurt. Will be third down.
We'll bring up a third down now. Ball will be spotted at the 12. It'll be third down now. And 4 yards to go for a first down here for Central Dauphin. Clock continues to run. 7:28 here in the third quarter. Lynn takes the snap. Lynn looking.
Fullback in the flat. It's going to go deeper.
Lynn looking to pass it.
Intercepted.
It's intercepted by Carlisle. Wow. Big moment right here. Intercepted by Carlisle just when Central Dauphin looked like they're going to march it in.
And as we talked about, turning the ball over. If you see this replay, nice interception there by number 14, Hargrove. But if you look at, he had his fullback in the flat, which is number 23, McCullough. Sometimes just take what the defense gives you. McCullough could have caught it and gotten up. You'll see it here in the right flat. See 23 wide open right there?
Yep.
Tried to force it. Really nice interception.
And just underthrew his man there, and then a good interception. So Carlisle ducks one here and gets the ball back, and who knows, maybe this is the big momentum turner here at the 7:12 mark in the third quarter. Carlisle with the football.
We're just battling field position here in the second half so far, the Thunder and Herd is. Shank likes to keep it.
Number 10,
Looked like that might be a play action trying to, nobody's really open downfield. He took a shot.
Shank gets jammed at the line of scrimmage. So it'll come up second down and at least 10. And it looks like Cumberland Valley has really kind of adjusted here. I'm sorry, I said Cumberland Valley. Forgive me. Central Dauphin has really adjusted here to start the second half up in that middle area.
Well, we still haven't really seen that quick hitter that they had a lot of success on with Morrell. They tried a little quick pitch with him in the second half, but not that straight ahead quick hitter. I expect to see that at some point here in the next few. There it is, right there.
There it is, Carlisle. Handed off. You got nowhere to go in the middle right now. You can see the big numbers there that are leading the charge at the moment. Number 74 up front there. Tizier Moon with the tackle.
It'll be third down and long for the Herd.
And so that's going to bring up again a third down and 7 here for Carlisle. Central Dauphin really exerting themselves here in the middle in the second half defensively, up on that front line. 5:56 to go. 5:56 to go here in the third quarter.
You're expecting the ball through the air here as the clock runs under 6 minutes, halfway through the third quarter. Central Dauphin backs out, showed blitz and backed out.
Shank looking again.
4-man rush.
Shank being brought down again. Is the ball loose before he got brought down? No, the officials say it's down. His knee's down. That brings up fourth down, and again, you're in really not very good field position to kick this one out of there.
Really nice job this time, unlike earlier in the second quarter when Central Dauphin allowed him out of the pen, out of the pocket. He was not this time. Watch the good defense by the front four rushing. Little X stunt.
Second time this half that they've kept him bottled in there pretty well.
And there it is by your linebacker, 32, Sam Sowers.
Sam Sowers, the second time he's bottled up. This time he brought him down. Last time he turned him inside for the tackle. This time he brought him down himself. Central Dauphin doing a great job along that line of scrimmage right now defensively.
And remember, tomorrow is Friday.
Got a man down on the field. We'll take a break, injury break. We'll come right back. This is High School Sports Live TV, the game of the week on Fox 43.2.
Hosts Red Lane. On Saturday, the girls varsity and JV soccer teams travel to
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale. Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
And Joey Bass, number 50, the player who was down, is coming off the field. He's fine, so good to see him up.
Here comes another quick kick.
4th down,
Shank.
17, and there's a quick kick out there by Shank. And he doesn't shank this when he knocks it down there. Not a bad kick out to maybe the 39-yard line. So, again, good field position, but a little bit better than maybe Carlisle had a right to expect on that quick kick. And Central Dauphin will set up shop again with 5:19 to go in the third quarter, and they're going to be knocking on the door.
Yes, they will be. And a heavy dose here after that interception. You know Coach Glenn McNamee with his offensive line coach, Mike Doherty. They're going to put the ball on the ground. Expect it's a 95+% now that they're going to run this football.
Shepard and Chase are going to get it here. Again, now the clock on your side. 5:19 to go. You got a 2-touchdown lead. And
Chase not in the game right now, so look for Shepard to go in motion and get this jet sweep and cut it up in. There it is.
This time it's going to be Shepard. He's in the game, and he's got the football right here, and he gets a first down with it right away with 5:13 to go. Shepard carrying the football on that play. It's been good to them all night long for.
Yes, it has.
Picks up a Central Dauphin first down.
So it'll be move the chains. It'll be first down again. And again, it's going to be Central Dauphin on the march here.
McCullough in the lineup in the backfield. Plays linebacker and some fullback.
Ball at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Rams.
McCullough's going to get it.
There's McCullough picking his way inside the 25 down to maybe the 24. Probably 2, maybe 3 on the play.
He gave them McCullough.
Pick up a 2 on the play, will be second
down. McCullough, you're going to be the guy that's going to be like on witness protection from time to time, but you're going to gain because they're paying so much attention to Shepard and Chase part of the time.
Sure.
It's going to be second down now and 8. Ball at the 24-yard line. Lynn calling the signals here. Looks over.
Central Dauphin, most of the game sticking to that double tight set, but still a spread set with receivers on each side. Here comes motion.
There's your handoff. Inside again, that cutback that Shepard is so good at for Central Dauphin. And again, picking up a few. You know, a lot of people ask for, and maybe there's something you could answer, you know, you have the quarterback go up there, he calls out signals, all of a sudden everybody looks up and looks to the sideline. How's that set? How's that work? Maybe give us that explanation in a moment.
Yeah.
He do that for a lot of years. Here is Lynn.
Yeah, a lot of teams are going to it. They're doing it right there. Just trying to look at the defensive front, see what gaps they're in, and try to get the best play call that you can come up with.
Here's Lynn. Takes the handoff, throws to the end zone. Got his man and had it right on target there, but not able to take it right over the shoulder.
Sure was. That looked like...
That was Nick Kellogg.
Was it Kellogg? Number 9, yep.
Nick Kellogg, the tight end down there, and they had it right over the shoulder. Tough catch to make coming in over the shoulder, but it was right on the money by Lynn.
Yes, it was. Good pass by Travis Lynn. You see the replay here. Everybody's going vertical. Little play action.
And he looked away right at the last second. He was looking at the ball in his hands, then he looked ahead, and he put his head in his hands. He said, yeah, I looked away at the last second.
Now it's a 4th and 6, but you're in a situation where you may as well go for it.
Yeah, the field position game has been your game the whole half here so far, and you've got it down there still at the 22, so nothing to lose here. Probably too long to try a field goal.
4 wide, 1 back, look for the pass.
Here's Lynn straight back. Lynn's going to run it himself. Saw that coming the whole way. Lynn, wide open, middle of the field. Lynn in for the touchdown from 22 yards out. And Travis Lynn says, hey, I got something for you here. So many times I've watched teams line up in that wide spread, and it's like a quarterback keeper. He paused for a moment and took off.
I think it looked like it was a potential pass play, not a designed run. Yep, pass play all the way, and he's going to, well, tough to tell. It may have been a called draw. Could have been a called quarterback draw. Interesting. Nice job. Very nice job nonetheless.
Everybody else spread out. He's the only guy back there in it. And so now you've got Snyder in for another extra point attempt.
And I think it was a draw because I saw the outside receivers blocking downfield before they saw that he was running.
Kick is good.
Snyder with some good foot there. Adds the extra point. 34-14. Central Dauphin with a 20-point lead now. And a big 35-14 rather with the extra point. We'll take a break. We'll come right back to this High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
Page as the Carlisle roster near the front of the program. If your market...
Everybody knows Hoffman has it. Did you know Hoffman has even more? There's the fully stocked Hoffman Ford Parts and Accessories Department, the Hoffman state-of-the-art collision facility, confidence in our ultra-modern service facility, peace of mind with master technicians, satisfaction with low prices.
Do I really need to say it again? Hoffman has it.
Only at Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
And the Rams, with Travis Lynn doing a great job there with what looked like a quarterback draw and running it in from 22 yards out for his first touchdown of the night. So Central Dauphin has done it on the ground tonight, and they've done it with style.
Yes, they have.
Number 13,
with an array of backs, and now the quarterback keeping it himself.
Central Dauphin looking very good here so far tonight, up 35-14 now with 3:24 to go in the third quarter. And so for Carlisle, you got to get momentum started again. And Cremel with the football, Hargrove rather, trying to get some running room, nothing doing as Central Dauphin downfield to cover it well. Our next broadcast, Northern at East Pennsboro, Friday, October 7th. That one's going to be at 6:30 with our pregame, 7 o'clock with our kickoff. Looking forward to that one. Over there with Bill Chase that night.
20-yard line.
And always enjoyed being with Ford, though. I mean, just like I said, a walking encyclopedia of knowledge, and it's always fun to get inside your head. So, you know, we see that that whole offense that we saw from Central Dauphin there, the look at the line, look back over, get a reset. It's really been good to them so
Here's
far
tight
tonight.
end trips. They like the quick pitch out of this, but now they're going to motion out of it and shift the motion over.
Here's Shank. Here's your handoff to Hargrove. Hargrove, second effort around the corner. Hargrove getting some tough yardage as he gets out past the 20-yard line out near the 25. So nice hard running there by Hargrove.
Sure was by the junior scat back.
Take a look here. Hits one. Gets loose. Bounces off the line. Hits it again. Gets loose one more time. Fights, spins away.
Everybody's tackling him high, too. High tackles, especially there by the corner. Number 7.
Got 6 yards of that.
Mallard.
6 tough yards. We second down and 4 at the 26-yard line here for the Thundering Herd.
You really got to get to pay dirt here and get a touchdown if you're Carlisle on this possession as we get close to the end of the third quarter.
Everybody coming this time for Central Dauphin, and they've got him bottled up. That was a blitz that time from Central Dauphin off the right side.
Number 6, Jaquise Morrell,
and nowhere to go.
Nice job by Sean Rossler's defense there to force a third and a medium, about 4 to 5 yards.
Watch this. You see everybody coming off that right side, and then Hargrove just gets bottled up right in the middle.
First guy there didn't make the tackle, Sowers, but he bottled things up for his teammates to come and gang tackle the running back.
Big third down here and 7 to go from the 24-yard line for Carlisle. They have been stymied here in the second half so far by a great Central Dauphin defense here tonight.
Obviously, we're expecting the ball through the air. Unique formation is bunch trips. They're going to motion out of it.
Only thrown to Schwartz one time tonight.
Screen.
And there it is, little screen play in the middle. Got some room to run, going to be a first down and more. Nice screen that time to Thomas. That's a guy Thomas, and he's got a first down. Good call there by Carlisle.
Yes, it was. For those of you at home that are unaware of the screen pass, the back goes in motion. He's going to wait. Play action. He's going to wait, get the ball behind the line of scrimmage so the lineman can go downfield and block for him. As long as in anything but the NFL, as long as the ball is thrown and caught behind the line of scrimmage. Linemen are allowed to be downfield before that and block downfield. Any pass that's thrown in front of the line of scrimmage, linemen cannot do that.
Ball out to the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 here for the Thundering Herd. 1:43 to go in the third quarter. Slash off the right side. Good yardage pickup on that one. Was that number 6, Morrell again? Let's take a look.
14.
And this time again, it's going to be Jeremiah Hargrove. So Hargrove with the pickup. So Hargrove getting the work call on this particular series. Call it 2nd down now and 4 yards to go. Good pickup of 6 on 1st down. And that's what you're looking for here in the running game. Starting to grind it out a little bit is Carlisle. 1:08 to go in the third quarter. Is it too little too late? Well, there's only one way to find out. You've got to march down the field and get a touchdown on this set of downs. There's the fake pitch back. They had that play
Timing
before.
was off a little bit.
Yeah.
The back got there too soon.
And how about the tackle there by Nick Kellogg from Central Darby? Just grabbed onto the jersey there and pulled him down.
On the play, it will be 3rd down.
Kellogg's a tough two-way performer.
Take a look here, and you'll see the jersey get grabbed right at the end. Here's the fake pitch coming back, and then right there, grabbed the back of the jersey, slowed him up so everybody else could get to him, and then helped to bring him down.
That play would have worked better if Hargrove would have taken more of a jab step to his left and delayed a little bit longer to set the timing up better.
3rd down, 5, ball at the 44-yard line. Big series of downs here for Carlisle.
A lot of these Carlisle players are going both ways as well in this football game.
Here's Shank back there with him is Hargrove. Straight back is Shank. Shank looking over the middle. He's got a man again. Going to get another 1st down, and a nice job of finding his man open there.
Louis Shank's pass complete to number
Looked like it
8,
might have been
Kareem
Lawson over the middle.
Yes, it was, the senior receiver.
Across midfield,
Kareem
and that's a
Lawson.
Carlisle
He had a big
1st
kickoff
down
return
as
earlier
we
in the
have
game.
reached the end
And that is going to be the end of the quarter. 35-14. We head to the 4th. I said Cumberland Valley almost. Central Dauphin leads it. All here on High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
Subaru is a proud sponsor of Carlisle.
Everybody knows Hoffman has it. Did you know Hoffman has even more? There's the fully stocked Hoffman Ford Parts and Accessories Department, the Hoffman state-of-the-art collision facility, confidence in our ultra-modern service facility, peace of mind with master technicians, satisfaction with low prices.
Do I really need to say it again? Hoffman has it.
Only at Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
So a while back, I thought to myself, I'm never going to own a home. I'm going to have to rent forever. I didn't have money for a down payment. I had no credit history, and I just got out of a divorce. But PHFA showed me that home ownership is possible. They offer me a low-interest mortgage and a way to manage the closing cost. To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
I think Central Dauphin's probably going to set up a campus at Cumberland Valley here sometime after this game, as I've been calling them Cumberland Valley. Now, you can tell we had a short week. We had Cumberland Valley last Saturday with Harrisburg, so please forgive me, you Central Dauphin fans out there. 7 tackles for loss, by the way, so far for Central Dauphin here in the football game. But here is Carlisle on the march right now. Shank throwing downfield, has him in, wide open down there.
Oh, he dropped it.
And he dropped the ball, and it's going to be recovered here by, let's wait and see.
Central Dauphin, I think he had it long enough.
Central Dauphin had it passed downfield. Great pass down there for Carlisle. Let's take a look at it again. Shank rolling near side, looks, has his man downfield, throws it down there. Does he have it?
No, he didn't have it long enough.
Did not have it long enough. It's going to be an incomplete pass, I think. That pass was to Brink downfield.
They're giving the ball to Central Dauphin.
But they say he did have it long enough, according to referees, and so Central Dauphin will get it back here to start the 4th quarter. And, man, talk about keeping it on the ground now. If you're Central Dauphin, you're going to see a steady diet of this.
And there's no replay in high school football.
Nope.
But that one would have come back, almost guaranteed. Brink had the ball just for a split second, and it was stripped away. Good strip, good defensive play by the Rams, and
it is odd when you're watching a high school game and say, no replay?
How about it?
No replay. He didn't have it that long, but it doesn't matter tonight. He had it long enough for these referees.
Chase
There's Chase slashing off the left side, getting a couple positive yards there for his team. And right now, you're just making the clock your friend.
Absolutely. At every level of football, that clock's just going to keep running if you run the ball inside. Even at college and pro now, if you go outside and go out of bounds, they're going to stop it momentarily and then restart it.
5 quick yards. Didn't look like it there, but second down and 5 at the 28. There you see it rising up. They took a look at the front. Now they're going to ask for the play. They get the play call. Get reset now.
Look for Chase in motion up. They're going to go for the air here.
Surprised. Going for the whole bunch downfield. A little surprised that they're going for that. Having a lead right now of 21 points.
With that free safety sitting back in the middle of the field, but maybe saw something, tried to hit Chase deep. Does stop the clock at 11:02.
Chase looking a little winded as he goes off to the sideline there. And there you'll see it again. And that free safety.
That's a nice job by the free safety, Stroud. Dorian Stroud, senior DB, getting back there and keeping everything in front of him.
Thomas back there on the play as well, guarding.
Stroud's up inside in the box now, playing like an outside linebacker position.
Third down and 5. There's your fake again, pass across the middle.
Oh, right through his hands.
And is it intercepted? You have a flag up on the play.
Incomplete. Crumble dropped the football.
Yep. Had a chance for a big interception right there. Would have given Carlisle some real momentum. Flag on the play. Let's see what the call is.
Where that's from is a most likely. Oh, it's ineligible receiver.
Right.
Yep. He's looking. The ref's looking the wrong way. He's looking at the centered off and sidelines. Ineligible receiver downfield for the Rams. That means a lineman most likely went downfield before the ball was in the air.
So it's 4th down and 5 now. And you'll see Central Dauphin kick it out of there on 4th down, I'm sure.
Although we were short earlier with Carlisle.
Yeah.
And they went for it from their own 25 on like 4th and 7.
Central Dauphin penalty.
Well, with a
by the Herd, making it
21-point lead, you're pretty sure they're not going to take any chances, are you? Let's take a look here.
No, they're punting.
Yep, here's the punt coming out. And it's going to be Snyder, and Snyder boots it out of there again very nicely. Nice punt from Snyder. Man, this guy gets it done, both place kicking and with the foot on the punt. Look at that. All the way down to the 25-yard line, so he switches fields nicely for Central Dauphin, and Carlisle will pick it up there at their own 25-yard line.
Not to be overly critical here, but if you're a punt returner, you got to run to the football. Wherever that punt is, run to it. And you might be able to maybe get it in the air, maybe one hop it. Don't just stand there. And even if you're back by yourself, you got to go to the football, almost like a center fielder in baseball. As soon as that ball comes off the bat, you're flying to that football, that baseball in that case, in this case the football and the punt return.
What was that old thing you learned in Little League? You play the ball, don't let the ball play you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's kind of what you're talking about right there is go meet it, don't let it come to you.
Not that you need to pick it up on one hop if it's a bad hop. We saw that twice, one on each side. But go to the football.
So here's Shank now with the football. And again, in the backfield here, this Central Dauphin team in the second half has really done a nice job defensively, bottling people up and particularly keeping Shank in between the two defensive ends here.
I like how Shank, he doesn't want to force it here, okay? But at times, maybe just throw it away. And, throw it downfield at any receiver and just don't take the sack, because the sack puts you at a difficult down and distance situation.
Sam Sowers again, bottling him up on the inside and then turning around and making the tackle on top of it. So Sowers has been doing a great job off that left side in the second half.
And now it's 2nd and long.
There's Shank.
Bubble.
Out to the flat.
That could be backwards. Got to get on that.
So he was looking out there for Hargrove that time, not able to handle it.
Incomplete pass.
Forward. Yep. So it'll be 3rd down now.
Once you hear the whistle, you're good on 3rd down, on the ball, on the little flare pass. But if you're not sure, always go get a drop ball if you're that receiver, because it may be ruled backwards. And now it's a 3rd and very long after the sack on 1st down, the incompletion on 2nd for the Thundering Herd. Down 21.
We have found our winning program, so congrats.
So it'll be 3rd down now and long for Carlisle. Got a timeout on the field by the official for Carlisle. We'll take one as well. This is High School Sports Live TV's Game of the Week here on Fox 43.
The Thundering Herd fans, rest easy knowing the experts at Select Physical Therapy are on the sideline.
And welcome back. And don't forget our post-game show, our Capital Blue Cross post-game report will include the Hoffman Ford player of the game, the Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game, and we'll talk about what happened in the game. Right now, 35-14 at Central Dauphin. So we have third down and 15 from the 20-yard line for Carlisle. 10:03 to go in this one. Gary Sutton, Fort Chapman with you. Our whole Invicta crew tonight, bringing you this high school sports live TV game of the week. And
left tight end, illegal procedure.
You're going to walk it back 5 more, and it's going to be third down and 20 in a moment from the 15-yard line. So going the wrong way right now for the Thundering Herd. We third down, 20 yards to go. What kind of play do you? I've seen a lot of people run a screen on this kind of thing.
Yeah, and Central Dauphin got caught on a screen earlier for a first down for Carlisle in the third quarter. May not be a bad idea. I'm thinking he's going to try to go down the field about 15, 20 yards here.
And just nowhere to go. And again, that front four of Central Dauphin has been so tough here in the second half. They have really brought it.
When you run a boot like that and your tight end goes out or it's just a tackle to that side and you have pressure coming, he can get to the quarterback very quickly.
Sam Sowers has played a monster defensive game, number 32. If you see him out there, has played a monster game from his defensive end spot here in the second half for Central Dauphin. They have really been tough.
Especially when it's a third and long and you know they're going to most likely boot and they're not going to fake it. They're not going to hand it off, they're going to fake it. So pressure coming from Central Dauphin. They're really good job by the defensive front of the Rams.
Here's Carlisle now, having to get it out of there. And not a good kick, but is it going to, it's just going to roll out of bounds near about the 42-yard line, and just not a good kick there by Shank. So again, great field position for the Rams.
In all fairness to Shank, he doesn't have a chance to take his normal punt steps from that funky quick kick formation.
Total yards, 298 for Central Dauphin so far, 212 for Carlisle in this one. And the Rams have been just dynamite here with their running game tonight. 35-14, 9:49 to go. They have the football. I would be shocked if they pass the ball now.
Yeah, look for a jet sweep. There's your handoff, no motion. They're going to, they're going to.
And did he trap that?
Couldn't tell.
Yeah, but a good job bringing it down there by Jeremiah Hargrove, spelling out the play.
And that was Crummell catching the ball, allegedly. It was cool to catch. Play action, bubble.
Take a look at this.
Yep, he had it.
He got his hands underneath. Nice job, and then
got to get the blocking downfield from 2 and 13. If you don't get that, nothing's going to happen there. Snyder,
Hargrove and Thomas had that smelled out. So we second down and 15 now from the 44-yard line.
Reverse.
Little reverse play. Again, with the ball, Crummell. And Crummell with some real positive yardage is going to get it all the way back down there into their territory. But we have a flag down on the play here. And that normally is in the hold territory. Let's see if that's what happened here.
A lot of times you have blocks in the back. It is the hold. Sometimes on the reverse play, out wide, you'll have some blocks in the back. The defender didn't turn quite yet, but this case, you got it right, the hold.
And we're going to head back up the field again. So a big positive play turns into a negative play here for the Rams.
But they get the down over.
So they march it back down to their own 42-yard line. It'll be second down now.
And a lot.
Second down and
30.
30, yeah. I guess much further, you won't have to take the bus home. So here is, I believe, Chase this time with the carry. Not much doing there. And a good tackle by Carlisle's. Number 67 that time. That was Charles Riyad-Dib. So that'll bring up a third down now and 30. Man in motion is Snyder. Now he'll get over here and reset.
He's going to be an X receiver. Tight end left, flanker left, slot to the right. 2 receivers to each side. 1 back in the backfield at shotgun. Third and a mile.
8:08 to go in the game. Lynn takes the handoff.
All verticals.
And there goes Lynn again with that draw. And Lynn keeps it a very safe play. He didn't hand it off, didn't lose it. Get some positive yardage down to the 45-yard line of Carlisle.
That'll bring up a punt for the Rams. 40-second play clock. They can let that run down with the 21-point lead.
You talked last week about the importance of reading that clock and making sure you use it now in the time and score kind of situation. Even though you're up by 21, you still want to work on good habits.
Yeah, he's probably going to quick kick this. Yep.
There it is.
Nice. Clock management is so important. You don't see it a lot of times as that ball travels into the end zone for a touchback. You don't see it even at the college level, the pro level sometimes. Clock management miscues can be very harmful and can cost you a football game, quite honestly.
I know in basketball we spend every day spending time on time and score situations. What do we do in this situation? Setting up different situations like that where you now started to use the clock and do the right things in those kind of situations, and especially counting down the play clock, because we didn't have that in basketball. You guys have it in football, and that's an important part of the game.
No doubt.
Be wise with your time. Didn't your mom tell you that when you were a kid, right? Be wise with your time. Well, that's what you have to do as a football coach and football players. So here we have.
If Carlisle's going to be wise with their time, they got to go to the air and strike quickly.
So here's Shank looking.
Screen.
There's the screen play. Got his man Hargrove and some running room near side. Hargrove all the way down into Central Dauphin territory, over the 50, down near the 46-yard line. Nice screen pass to Hargrove.
Was. Very well done.
Picks up a first down across
really like this Carlisle team.
Yep.
But I'll tell you what, they've run into a Central Dauphin team tonight that looks like they're getting primed for the rest of the season. Forget that 1-4 record. They're looking pretty good.
And a really nice job by Ryan Wallaver, the sophomore O-lineman, to get a big block on that screenplay for Carlisle.
Here's your handoff again. Again, it's going to be Hargrove. He's drawn the yeoman work here so far tonight.
Good tackle by the Rams. That was number 31, Toland.
So gets a couple on the play. It'll be second down and 8. Ball spotted at the 45-yard line. 6:34 to go in this one.
Carlisle's got to get in and out of the huddle very quickly. Down 3 scores. Still have a slight shot if they can get in the end zone.
Got to do it quickly, though. And second down and 8. Shank.
Fumble.
And fumble down. Looks like it's going to be covered by Carlisle. On top of it for Carlisle that time, number 59 doing a great job of getting down in there right away was Michael Allen Thomas. You see stripped away here just in a second, and Thomas, Johnny on the spot that time, or Thomas on the spot for that matter. So it brings up third down now.
With the clock moving under 6 minutes. Third and 11. 4 down territory, obviously.
49-yard line.
So you know you have 2 downs to get this. Double slot.
There's Shank back again. Shank looking downfield, and Shank is going to have it intercepted, and that guy that's back there intercepted, Aiden Smith, you feel good for him in a way because he dropped one earlier. This time he plays it perfectly.
Yes, he did.
Aiden Smith, the safety, doing what he's supposed to do, making sure he keeps it all in front of him, and he gets the interception, and Central Dauphin will get the ball back with 5:31 to go, and a 21-point lead on this one.
Shank's got to go for something. He's got to put the ball up. He had vertical routes there, and he lets it fly with pressure, getting hit as he threw it. And he's looking for number 8, Lawson. Lawson sort of stopped his route a little bit.
And again, it was Sam Sowers coming off that side, bottling him in and putting pressure on him from the back.
Lawson turned around maybe to come back for the ball a little bit, it looked like. The ball was thrown over his shoulder and picked off.
Well, Shepard and Chase haven't gotten it very much here late in the game, and they're not going to get it right here on this play either.
McCullough.
As it's going to be to McCullough, Kyle McCullough with the football. It's interesting, they did it with Chase and Shepard, featured them the whole first half, and here in the second half, you haven't seen too much from them.
No, you got center Slogar up there, provide a lot of the blocking. Rob Sock, Bouchon.
They've got Shepard over there in a slot this time, and they've got McCullough in the backfield with him.
Tight ends are doing a lot of blocking too. Doing a good job with that.
And the clock ticking down there, using the clock well right now. Man in motion, faking it. It's going to be to McCullough again. McCullough trying to get around the outside, being thrown down there. And ball loose for the moment. Looks like it's going to go down near first down yardage where it's covered there by Nick Kellogg or was it Jeff Franz?
Couldn't tell there, but Carson Castle, number 64, had a nice block there from his offensive line position. He got actually the center's 56. Mason Liardis.
Saw Kellogg doing a nice job blocking out of the
tight end spot. Kellogg's did get it.
So he dives on top of it there. And actually, they'll get third down. They're going to call it 2. Ball at the 32-yard line. Here comes your handoff. And here comes that guy we said hasn't touched the ball too much in the second half. When he does, good things happen. Devin Shepard gets the first down.
And it's going to move the chains. Central Dauphin could actually run the majority of this clock at 4:30 right now off if they wait and let the play clock run down under 5 each time and crank out 2 more first downs. That could be the ball game without them even hitting the end zone or giving up the football.
So Shepard checks out, Chase checks in. And they're just taking their time now. Kicks down to 4:12. 35-14 the score. This one pretty much in the book. Here's Chase. There's the jet sweep. Chase with it. Gets in behind his blockers. Chase fights his way.
Still going.
And
still breaks going. Another tackle.
Chase some tough running here and all the way down to the 40-yard line, inside the 40-yard line for Carlisle. And a great piece of running by Chase. David Chase in there.
Sure was. Watch this run again. What a play. Heck of an effort. Good blocking downfield as well.
They've got him
including
there.
Their tight ends.
Got him 2 times. He's broken 3 tackles. Make it 4, carrying 2 guys on his back, 5 and 6. But here's your slash over the right side again. It's going to be Chase.
And you got Franz and Kellogg also helping with the blocking with that double tight end set they've been using an awful lot of.
Just outside the Carlisle 30-yard line.
We said it was Chase that time, was Shepard who got in there. And so between Chase and Shepard, all of a sudden they're featuring them again in this series as they put this one away. Second down and 5, 31-yard line of Carlisle.
Once again, no need to rush. 3 touchdown lead.
Nick Kellogg back in there at the tight end spot. Does a great job blocking as well as catching the football. In motion, new man into the game now is Miles Copper, and Copper with some good running. Copper's going to be met by Giovanni Mosley, but not before he gets another first down.
Really nice run there by Copper. Another saw Chase with the second effort, third effort. He gave the second and third effort. See it again.
Miles Copper, a 6'2 junior. Look at this, good burst of speed off that line. And he dragged Mosley along. Mosley stuck with him, though. He was like a dog in a bone there and wouldn't let him go. So first down and 10 again. And there again, Copper with his number called, and Copper drilling his way forward for a few more.
Nice run by the junior running back.
2:38 to go in this one now as the clock inexorably ticking toward the end. Second down. And we're going to get a look up again. What's the play call going to be?
Copper.
Second down from the 7.
From his tailback position out of shotgun. You're going to give it to him right here. Yep.
There's Copper again. Copper over the right side. Copper fighting for the end zone, taken down by his legs right there. And back up it comes. It's going to be third down now and goal.
I think they just moved the chains for first and 10.
Yes, they did. Finally moved them there. So at first and 10 from the 2, it's first and goal.
Bet the ranch on Copper. Number 10 is going to take it on this possession.
And here's Copper with it one more time. And Copper to the end zone. Copper in for the touchdown here. And Central Dauphin on the board again as Miles Copper gets the work call that time. At the 1:39 mark of the fourth quarter, Copper with a 2-yard touchdown plunge. Take a look at him here. Gets in behind that front line, and they've been doing a great job of opening up the holes all night.
Sowers, the fullback, also helping that line get some holes. And
you saw also open up a hole on that right side was Carson Castle. And the kick is down, the kick is up. Kick is good. 42-14. Central Dauphin now in a rout with 1:39 to go in this one. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is High School Sports Live TV's Game of the Week on Fox 43.2.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customer. Students, begin your professional journey in a high-demand field with Groff Tractor. Contact us today to discover the power of our technician internship programs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
42-14 with 1:39 to go in this one, and Central Dauphin looking to go 2-1 in the Commonwealth. You got a score to report though right now.
Yeah, at halftime, Cumberland Valley at home was leading Chambersburg 24-0, but since then, Chambersburg has come back and it's now 24-13. They're making a game of it.
Chambersburg fighting their way back. Of course, they lost to both these two teams so far this year, 42-35 to Central Dauphin, and then 18-7 to Carlisle, but Carlisle on the short end of this one here so far tonight. It'll be the third time this season that Carlisle has had over 40 points scored against them. 42 by Central Dauphin. They had 44 laid on them by Harrisburg and 54 from York High.
Carlisle did a heck of a job against Governor Mifflin, but that wasn't the Governor Mifflin team from the last couple of years, because that team was phenomenal.
And number 10's now doing his job up at Penn State. Nick Singleton, yeah.
I got to announce the Western Final between Pine Richland and Governor Mifflin 2 seasons ago, and Governor Mifflin played a fabulous game and unfortunately lost that, but they deserved to win that one. They were very close to winning that game on many occasions. Great football game.
Here's Carlisle with the football now. And the handoff over the right side. Good piece of running that time.
Looked like Clark.
Yep. It was number 30 that time on the run. Clark, Dravion Clark with the run. So some new uniforms into the game now for Carlisle.
Interesting enough, Singleton's senior year, last year, Governor Mifflin, heavy favorites at their division. They ended up getting beaten in an upset by Exeter, who they had blown out earlier in the season.
Lucas Smith at quarterback now. It'll be 2nd down and 1 at the 35. So Smith with the football. Smith trying to get to the outside, and Smith not going to have none of it as Central Dauphin all over him. And pancaking right on top of him for Central Dauphin that time is number 74, is your Moon.
All 280 pounds
wow.
On that quarterback. Good thing Smith got up.
So we tick down now, under 30 seconds to go in this one. It might be the final play of the game coming up here for Carlisle. They're taking their time, 20 seconds to go. Probably time for one more good play right now. Smith's going to call it out. Smith, inside handoff. And that is just about going to do it as we tick down 3, 2, and 1. And that is it. Central Dauphin has won it here tonight, 42-14. And as well played a game as you're going to have Central Dauphin play all year probably. And they will go to 2-4 overall. 2-1 though in the Commonwealth. On the other side, 3-3 now for Carlisle. They go to 1-2 in the Commonwealth division of the Mid-Penn. We'll come back with our Capital Blue Cross post-game report right after this, our Huffman Ford player of the game, and our Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game, all here on High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at Giambavo.com.
At Capital Blue Cross, there are more yeses and fewer nos. Protecting your health and making it easier so you can spend time on what makes you smile. Helping our communities, your families, your businesses, big and small. We have you covered, going the extra mile. It's what we do. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
If it's used car peace of mind you're looking for, Hoffman has it. Hoffman Ford brings you a wide selection of quality pre-owned vehicles, carefully chosen and inspected for dependable driving pleasure. For the ultimate peace of mind, shop the Hoffman collection of Ford Blue Advantage certified pre-owned vehicles. If you're looking for a used vehicle you can feel good about your loved one's driving,
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
We wake up with the sun. We live in a place we're proud to call home. For us, it's knowing that those we help are neighbors, friends, family. As the leader in providing the best orthopedic care for our community, we come together to do our part.
And welcome back to our Capital Blue Cross post-game report. It was Central Dauphin 42, Carlisle 14 tonight in our High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week here on Fox 43.2. Gary Sutton, Ford Chapman with you here in our post-game report. And I was looking here for some of the numbers tonight individually. You've got, and thank you, Travis Sparks, our statistician for this. Lynn, 1 for 7 for 32 yards and a touchdown. Shepard, 15 rushes, 139 yards, 2 touchdowns tonight. You've got David Chase, 10 rushes, 103 yards. Talk about a 1-2 backfield there. 1 reception for 32 yards for touchdown. 2 total touchdowns, 1 a rushing touchdown. 14 tackles for no gain tonight by that CD defense, and that was outstanding here, especially in the second half. On the other side for Carlisle, Shank, 6 for 14, 105 yards, 33 yards rushing, 1 touchdown. We've got Morrell, 10 rushes for 39 yards, 1 touchdown. And Barclay with 2 receptions for 30 yards here tonight in this football game. Final thoughts about the game here tonight, for?
Well, I thought, for one, Travis Lynn didn't do a lot with his arm. He had 1 touchdown pass, but he did a lot with his legs. That quarterback draw on 4th down was a big touchdown. And on top of that, I thought the Central Dauphin defense, as you alluded to, had a lot of really nice gang tackles and dominated their version of the football game.
And really came up big in the second half, especially in the middle of the line, because they were getting gashed there at the end of the half. Came back and made some great adjustments. Coach McNamee and his staff tonight doing a wonderful job. We want to take a look at our Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game right now. And we had a big one here tonight. We had a lot of big plays, but this one maybe stood out. This was the opening look there. You really look downfield. This one-handed catch downfield, and this was from Carlisle here tonight. And this was a really nice one-handed catch to keep a drive going here as they found number 85, Quentin Barclay, one of his 2 catches here tonight. That is our Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game.
Nice throw by Shank, too.
How about that one-hander? Looking like a little bit of NFL there, right?
Yeah.
Little French pastry. Now, our Hoffman Ford player of the game tonight, you could have chosen a couple. David Chase certainly had a great game, but how about Devin Shepard? A couple touchdowns here tonight. We talked about his numbers, 139 yards rushing here this evening, most of them coming in the first half, and they really needed them. And he is our Hoffman Ford player of the game tonight, number 2, Devin Shepard. And they put him in motion that jet sweep, and it paid off all night long for.
Yes, it did. A lot of big runs for Shepard, including one right before the end of the half that got them in close for the get that touchdown. There's a really nice run by Shepard after the 4th down miscue by the Thundering Herd. Here's another one.
Diving for
breaks
the
it
pylon.
outside the last play of the half.
And he dives to the pylon, gets in, huge play, and really put them up big at the half, 28-14, and they went on to win this one 42-14. want to thank a whole lot of people tonight. Our Invicta Incorporated group with Chad Edwards and his whole staff. They did a great job. Josh here tonight with us. Fox 43 Sports always do a great job. Don't forget to watch Football Frenzy at 11 o'clock on Friday nights on Fox 43. Travis Sparks, our stat guy tonight. Of course, Fort Chapman, our color commentator here this evening. And you can watch all of our games. Go to our website at www.hsslivetv.com for our full game schedule for the 2022 High School Sports Live broadcast schedule. And our High School Sports Live broadcast, you want to catch up on them then. Our next broadcast is going to be Friday, October 7th, when we head over to East Pennsboro, and it's going to be Northern and East Pennsboro. Should be a good one that night. I'll be there with Bill Chase and Travis Sparks, our whole crew. We're looking forward to that one. Until then, we'd like to thank you for watching our broadcast here tonight. It's our High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week. We're so proud to be bringing it to you here on Fox 43.2. For Fort Chapman, I'm Gary Sutton. 42-14, Central Dauphin wins it here tonight on Fox 43.2. Have a great evening, everyone.